Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins ball. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, Delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go. Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins ball. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go. Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fight. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fight. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time. Shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzz and fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go. Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburghers power under Sunday light. Here we go. Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins ball. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here, Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here, Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go. Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins ball. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here, Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here, Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every fight. Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight. Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go. Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight. Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight. Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City heart Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go. Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play.
Welcome on in, everybody. I, of course, am Dr. Delay, and we've got 2 football games for you today. The first one featuring the 8-8 Carolina Panthers as they travel to Tampa Bay to take on the 7-9 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Of course, if you were to see the records of these teams, you'd be thinking, well, that's probably not for anything special. Well, actually, this game is pretty huge. Carolina Panthers win and in the Buccaneers. If they win, they help the runs. They would need some help tomorrow with the Saints and the Falcons. And, of course, if the Buccaneers do win today, that will be the game I cover in the first window. So already kind of forecasting, letting you guys know what I might be doing tomorrow. We'll see. Again, the Panthers, of course, already beat these Buccaneers earlier, 23-20, which we did cover on the channel, which was a great game. We're looking for a great game here today. Of course, Tampa Bay hosting, obviously, and it is wet. We saw a comment earlier in the broadcast there. Let me shout you out here. This was Mike. Appreciate you, Mike. Yeah, no, it's raining. It is wet. Hopefully, no thunder. Fingers crossed, no thunder and lightning, because we don't want to be on delay, because I don't know if that would delay the other game or whatnot. Hopefully it's just in and out, or there's no lightning, no thunderstorm, no nothing. So yeah, big game. Appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. Thank you again for letting me call the game for you, because again, there's always a lot of competition to have your attention for these games, especially the standalone ones, and it's pretty much going to be standalone pretty much from Sunday night football on. And of course, again, today today will be a standalone games. But anywho, yeah, so the Buccaneers favored by 3. Again, they are hosting Carolina this time. Carolina won by 3 at their place. They're going to give the Bucs 3 points here. So as I mentioned, again, these are pretty much the situations for each team. I appreciate you, Jim. Let's see here. Your Faith and Rogers story about that defense. Yeah, I know. I am feeling the same way. But yeah, here you go. This is the situation there. Carolina clinches with a win. If they win, or if they do lose, they need Atlanta to win tomorrow. Tampa Bay, again, that's their path. Tampa Bay win with an Atlanta loss. And again, we can kind of show you how the matchups would look if the season ended today. Pretty exciting first round matchup there with really just all of them, to be honest with you. Packers and Bears would be kind of the highlight there. That would be round 3 of that pretty cool rivalry that has been going on for years, over 100 years now, though this year it's been more meaningful because the Bears are, pretty decent this year. Rams and Eagles, 49ers, Panthers, and then in the AFC, the Bills would travel the Patriots, Chargers, Jaguars, Texans, Steelers. But again, a lot of that could change. Of course, tomorrow you'll see a lot of shuffling as, again, the Jaguars still have a shot in the number 1 seed in the AFC. And the Eagles and Bears could switch the AFC wild card. That could be flipping all over the place. And, of course, again, we might see different teams in the 4 spots for each conference. Who knows what could happen. But yeah, these are the teams that are clinched, of course. In the NFC, Seahawks, Bears, Eagles, 49ers, Rams, Packers. And then in the AFC, Broncos, Patriots, Jaguars, Texans, Chargers, and the Bills. And there you go. Again, the teams that are being decided, which, again, both of these Panthers, Buccaneers, Steelers, Ravens are standalone games, because those are huge, huge stakes. So appreciate you guys again for tuning in. I really do thank you guys for hanging out with me for this NFL season. Again, we still got plenty more, still got the playoffs, but this has been pretty cool. Just seeing, where this channel started. Yeah, it's pretty neat. So thank you again for tuning in. Let me be the voice for this one as Carolina will kick off, and we're already underway. That's going to squib kick, bouncing at the 15, field at the 10, he's the 15, 20, 25, and that is where he's tackled down. I believe that was Tucker on the return, and that is where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will start. Tampa Bay with their pewter helmets, classic, of course, red jersey, white pants, great uniform. Don't know why they even changed, going to that time clock number uniform, that terrible uniform in the 2010s. That was disgusting. Carolina, I'll give you a sec. I actually don't recall what they were wearing on the kickoff there, but I can tell you this: they have Tampa Bay has a injured man. Hopefully he will be okay. And that was Tucker on the kickoff. Falcons going to beat the Saints. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Still reeling from last night. Yeah, sorry, man. I was kind of pulling for SMU. Not really that I have not that I'm an SMU guy. I just, I don't know. I feel like they were pretty underrated. I know they went 8-4, but they were a pretty good team. But Arizona almost came back. Missed the game, got home late. Thought Arizona would beat SMU. They came back, but too little. Yep. So they actually are going to cut away, so hopefully he is okay. I don't know who that was there. Looks like it was Walker injured for the Buccaneers. So already first play, and we have an injury. Congrats on 5K. Appreciate it, Tiffany. Thank you again for tuning in. How's the weather? Rain going to mess things up. You can expect it, Wig. Tampa Bay has been struggling as of late. So they will try, I imagine, to keep the ball on the ground. Usually, again, that's what you do in the rain. I don't know, but yeah, it is wet and rainy there. They had Kevin from the office. We're going to lose. Oh, that's tough. Hammer saying Bucks by 8. All right, we got you covered there. We got you with the prediction here. Let's see what else we got here. Again, appreciate you, Gun Renter, for tuning in. Matthew, where's the 49ers-Seahawks game? That is in San Francisco, I believe. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure that is. I know I usually keep the home team on the right side. Yeah, okay, so San Francisco is the host here. Let's see here. What do I got here? Houday, appreciate you for tuning in. Jim, appreciate you for tuning in. Revo saying beat the Puddle Pirates. We'll see. We shall see. Again, appreciate you, Sharon, for tuning in. Let's see here. Johnsy, how's it going? How's it going? Snowman, appreciate you for tuning in. Austin, Skyrocket, George, Trisk, as always. 6. This is not Mario's page. I am Luigi. Okay, I'm not Luigi. Chance, Chris, again, appreciate you guys. And, of course, George, as always. Thank you again for tuning in. What's happening right now? We have an injury, but how's it going, Don? Good to see you. SMU on, yep. Let's see here. Hey, Doc, hoping for a good game. Me too, George. That's all we can hope for. 49ers at home, yep. I'm not too sure. I haven't seen him yet, Jim. Almost halfway to 6K. I don't know. We're still ways away, but we'll see how it goes. Appreciate it, Chris. Appreciate you guys all for, again, tuning in. Howdy, how's it going? Joseph and Joshua, how's it going? All right, looks like we are back in action as Tampa Bay is going to take it 1st and 10. Now we hear whistles, so never mind. So they were breaking the huddle, and the referee's whining. I don't know. Okay, anyway. All right, 1st and 10 for Baker and the Bucks as Baker's under center, sending a man in motion. Got a running back in the backfield as Baker hands it off up the gut. He's at the 30, spinning around, breaking tackles, and brought down at the 36. So they're actually going to mark him a yard short, but a nice run there by Bucky Irving, gain of 9 to start off this one. Again, Bucky has been injured, off and on, and of course he's had a rough year, average yards per carry in the 3s, but he is pretty solid when healthy, and maybe this is the healthiest he's been all year. By the way, Panthers with their silver helmets, white jersey, and black pants to get you kind of a visual there. So 2nd and 1 for Baker as he's under center, 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Tight end in tight, sending a man in motion from left to right. Hands it off up the gut. This is Bucky, cuts inside and gets the first down. Tackled at the 38-yard line for a gain of 3. Let's see here. I'm just kind of looking. Not too sure what the peach would mean in this situation. Let's hit that subscribe button and grow doctors. Appreciate it, Paul. Thank you again. 1st and 10 for Tampa Bay. Brand new set of downs. Baker once again under center as there's receivers out wide. Setting a tight end in motion. Baker play action, drops back, throws to his right, sliding catch, caught by Mike Evans, sliding out of bounds. That's a gain of 13, and that is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. First down. First down, Baker and the Bucks looking pretty efficient so far. 3 plays, 25 yards. Evans had a step or two on the corner. Joshua pulling for the Panthers. Picked opposite teams in this game. Should make for a good game. Yep. This game, I think, is about 50-50 on the pick'em. And I would agree with that. Sending a man in motion, Baker under center as he takes snap, hands it off up the gut. This is Irving. Irving bouncing off a defender at the 45 and brought down at the 43-yard line for a gain of 6. Told you you're going to be here. Appreciate you, man. You said Luigi. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Shake and bake. Shake and bake. Love the streams. You'll be here all day. Appreciate you, Clay. Appreciate you, man. 2nd and 4 for Baker. As he's once again under center. Trips to the left. Tight end in tight. Sending a man in motion. As Baker hands it off right up the gut. And Bucky runs into a pile of defenders. As he's tackled at the 41 for a gain of 2. 3rd and 2 coming up at the Carolina 41. And again, with the rain the way it is, you really can't expect... Appreciate you, Draven. Draven for tuning in. I was about to get it. Can't expect long field goals. 3rd and 2. Baker once again under center. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right as he hands it off up the middle. Lowering the head. He gets the first down. Plowing over defenders. Tackled at the 37 for a gain of 4. Again, a brand new set of downs for Tampa Bay. Pretty solid drive for Tampa Bay. Pretty good on the script. We'll see if they can be good once the script goes away. Arizona's got Carolina winning this. Gotcha. 1st and 10 for Baker and the Bucks. Great channel. Appreciate you keeping it real. Thanks for the membership. Oh, yeah. No, thank you. Someone else gifted the membership. That is awesome. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. 1st and 10 at the 37 as Baker rolls to his left, play action. He steps up and is going to take off a run at the 35, the 30, and brought down at the 28. He did not slide. He was going head first as that's a gain of 9 for Baker. That was pretty impressive there. Again, seeing that they're looking at the replay, there's nobody open, but what was open was in front of him. And again, just plowing over a defender, too. Did not go down easily. 2nd and 1 for Baker as he got up and started jawing in a defender's face. Okay, well, that's usually what he does. Baker in the gun. Need a yard for a brand new set of down, sending a man in motion. That is the tight end as the receiver's out wide. Baker drops back, looking, pump fakes, throws, caught across the 25. He's at the 20. And Otten tackled at the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 10. And that's another Tampa Bay Buccaneer first down. Who do I think wins? It's close, man. I did make a pick, but, you know, I am a neutral party. I don't. It's not a big deal to me, but I did put Tampa Bay winning today. Now, again, what happens tomorrow? Who knows? Carolina has more paths to the playoffs than Tampa Bay. Can't believe Atlanta is playing a roll after declared out. Yeah, I know, right? Atlanta is just, they're just looking good all of a sudden. So what happened to them as it's 1st and 10. Baker drops back, throws over the middle, caught at the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otten with the grab, 18-yard touchdown grab. And, of course, the touchdown turkey. We've been having contract issues, but he's back for this weekend. He loves touchdowns. Tampa Bay leading 6-0. And they looked flawless for the most part. I mean, that was as good of a drive as you can have. 9 plays, 74 yards, 5:29 taken off the clock. Just a post over the middle on taking a hit as he went in the end zone, but really solid. Here's the extra point. Again, the field is wet. The snap, the hold, the kick, it is up. It is good. 7-0 is your score. 9:31 left to go in the first quarter. Baker looking good. Can Bryce respond? I'm sure. We'll see whenever we come back. 27-24, you got Tampa Bay winning. Okay. Let's go. Baker says Matthew. Doc is unbiased. Yeah, again, this game doesn't really, it doesn't bother the Steelers whenever I call a game, even if I am rooting for a team or not. I'm not going to. The only way I'll get mad one way or another is if the refs make terrible calls, essentially. That is it. I will get mad at that. And again, whether it's on Tampa Bay or Carolina, I'm going to get equally as mad. I just don't like bad calls like everyone else. Which Pitt Stadium do you like more, Pitt Stadium or the current one? Current. Yeah, Three Rivers was pretty cool, but Hyatt's Field looks great. I think Carolina, but also Atlanta losing. There we go. Gobble, gobble. Yep, he's back. Welcome back, Slacker. I know, he's been terrible. Touchdown turkey. Yes, sir. The Gobbler returns. Tell the touchdown turkey he can be replaced by a chicken. He could, but he just does what he wants. Let's see. Chris Bowen. Neutral party here also waiting to watch the Cardinals. Oh, man, that's tough, Arizona. Went from 4K to 5K real quick. Appreciate you, D. Hickey. Yeah, no, the college games have been very, very generous to me, so very thankful. The best stream I had was, I believe, the night game. I already escapes Miami and Ohio State. I believe that was it. Yeah, that was the day prior. That was a great game. That was definitely cool, and more of those would be cool. More of those would help the channel for sure. Bucks win. Christopher pulling for the Bucks. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. Yeah, again, I think it could go either way. It really could. Again, Carolina already won once, and usually how it goes, usually split. I know that's not always the case, but you know. I don't know. That's why you play the game. We've had a lot of people, saying, "Oh, this team's going to win easily," which I haven't really seen that in the chat at all with this game. But just over the past few weeks, and it's like, well, that's not how it actually went out. You play to win the game. Yeah, I know this guy doesn't realize he could be replaced by an AI turkey. Hey, brother, good to see you again. Appreciate you, John, for tuning in, man. I'm hoping for some good games today. We should have some. Again, Carolina, Tampa Bay, Seattle, San Francisco. I mean, you can't ask for better matchups on this Saturday. Favorite teams, the Panthers? Well, yeah, they're definitely ahead of schedule. If I'm a Panther fan, I'm really excited for next year, as there is the kickoff, and that's going to be down to the end zone for touchbacks. So Carolina will start at the 35. So pretty solid field position for Bryce Young and the Panthers. The Carolina Reaper. I'm not familiar with that one, but that's all right, I guess. That is all right. Yeah, next year the NFC South might be pretty interesting. I know it looks like, if you look at the records now, the way it could end up, the games are, each team is only decided by a win or two, but with the way some of these teams are really trending, in the last 6 or 7 weeks, I mean, and I didn't even mean to try that, I'm just saying 6, 7, but it could be interesting next year. 1st and 10 for Bryce, as he's under center, 2 receivers left, tight ends in tight. As Young takes a snap, hands it off, cuts inside, then bouncing it out, but Vita Vea is going to greet him in the backfield for a loss of 1. That did not work out there. They're going to show off Bryce Young's stats here. 63% completion, 21 passing touchdowns, 10 picks, 2,700 yards. Apparently there was a flag. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness number 95. Wow. So after the play, apparently he just kept going, if I had to guess. Well, that is not ideal for Tampa Bay. That's going to be a brand new set of downs for Carolina. Again, it looked like a loss of 1. So they'll probably have it around the 49. Yeah, I don't know. Games have been outstanding. I love your stream. Appreciate you. Appreciate pulling for the Bucks. Gotcha. Does the NFL have any expansion teams planned? I've been asking the same questions, but it's not looking like it anytime soon. Not looking like it anytime soon. If Bucks win, Saints versus Falcons is a must. Oh, yeah, for sure. If the Bucks win, I will be covering that one for sure. 1st and 10 at the 50, as Bryce is going to be under center. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. As Young sends a man in motion. He takes the snap, hands it off to Dowdle, who slips. He slipped in the backfield, and then he's touched down for a loss of 2. So, again, it is pouring in Tampa Bay. It is raining. Hopefully, again, there's no thunderstorms. That would be the worst. Patriot going all the way. Drake all the way. May. We'll see. They've definitely had a very good year for sure. as it's 2nd and 12. Young going to be in the shotgun. Trips left, one receiver to the right. As Young lifts the leg, takes a snap, drops back, looking to his left. Now over the middle, dumps it off. It is caught at the 48. And Hubbard trying to spin around, but can't find anything except the Buccaneers, who found him after a yard. So 3rd and long for Tampa Bay. They're going to say he got 2. That's a very generous spot. But 3rd and 10 coming up for Carolina. Drake May for MVP. Yep. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt no one. Yeah, you don't want, I don't know. Are you talking about the Tampa Bay? Yeah, the personal foul. 3rd and 10. Bryce going to be in the shotgun. Trips left, 2 receivers to the right. They need to get to the 40 for a brand new set of downs as Young lifts the leg, takes the snap, drops back, looking to his left. Now over the middle. Throws over the middle. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Leggett. I think it may have hit him in the hands. Not wearing any gloves today. Of course, again, it's raining, so I don't know if the gloves will help or hurt. Hit him in the right hand. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one there. It's going to be 4th down regardless, and the Panthers will have to punt. So Tampa Bay forces them to get off the field. Again, no real yards there. As, again, the only way Panthers move the ball was due to the penalty. There is the snap, and here is the punt. And that is going to bounce at the 5 and roll into the end zone for a touchback. Let's see here. Do you think the Raiders are going to take Mendoza? Yes, Cameron, I would say so. Tampa Bay going to have it at the 20. That's defense. Yep. Some guys, hope you all doing well. Go Bucks. Kevin pulling for the Bucks. Appreciate you, Kevin, for tuning in once more. So I actually didn't move the Christmas decoration, so we'll just keep them up until Sunday. Keep them up until tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will be the last time I have them. That was just laziness on my part. Change your scarf. Nope, keeps the same scarf all the time. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. And, of course, let me know who you think's going to win. Actually, what I have is who's going to win the NFC South. Right now, 51% of you guys have Carolina just flat out winning today. 49% with Tampa Bay. Winning, and of course an Atlanta loss. Yeah, no. Again, sorry, Cameron. Yeah, it's one of the bots landed right by you, and one of the mods accidentally deleted your comment. But I saw you, Cameron. I got you, man. Let's go, Panthers. Took. Appreciate you tuning back in, man. Good to see you. Even Snowy Doctor is part of the stream, or is he part of the stream? He's not part of the stream now. Are you covering the game later? Yes, sir. You know it. I'll be here. Again, if there's an NFL game, I am going to do my best to cover it. Obviously, can't cover all the ones at the same time. But, definitely will cover one. And, of course, again, depending on the results today, if Tampa Bay were to win, I will be covering Saints-Falcons. So, again, if you're wondering how that game will go, you can't have a feed for it. I got you covered tomorrow. So, just letting you know, I got you covered. So the NFC South won't be decided today if Tampa Bay wins. Carolina wins, then I don't know what I'll cover in the AM not the AM, but the first window, because really the games tomorrow aren't all that great. They really aren't. Chris pulling for the Kitties, the Panthers. All right, 1st and 10 for Tampa Bay. As they break the huddle, Mayfield once again going to be under center. Has been under center a lot so far. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, sending a man in motion from left to right. As Baker takes a snap, hands it off, up the gut. This is Rachaad White, and he's going to be brought down pretty much immediately at the 22-yard line for a gain of 2. And, of course, again, members, feel free, of course, to rep who you're pulling for. Got both emojis there. Steelers Ravens, a great game. Yeah, that's the only one with real huge stakes, and of course that's a night game. I was kind of referring to like the first two windows at 1:00 Eastern, 4:25 Eastern. Not much happening. Not much happening really. 2nd and 8, ball at the 22. In the gun is Baker. He drops back, looking to his right, throws. It is caught, but he's tackled immediately. We're going to be whistled dead. On never actually went down. He was hit, pushed backwards, but he stayed up. That's a gain of 4 for On. Going to bring up 3rd and 4 as Tampa Bay is going to be at the 26. Boop for the kitty. At the last game of the regular season is Ravens defense, Steelers offense. You know it. It's going to be I don't know how to go. We'll see. 3rd and 4 for Baker and the Bucs. Need to get to the 34. Brand new set of downs as Baker sends a man in motion. And he takes the snap. They're sending the blitz. He just floats it down the left side. It is caught at the 42. Evans at the 45, stepping out at the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 21. Oh, well, there is a flag. For the moment, that is a first down, but we will see what the refs decide. Pass interference, defense. That will be declined, and that will be a Tampa Bay first down. Seattle, San Fran battling at number 1 seed. Yep. Again, that's happening right after this one. George pulling for Tampa Bay. Shake and bake. 1st and 10 for Tampa Bay. They're at their own 47. Mayfield going to be under center, receivers to each side. As Mayfield takes a snap and hands it off. This is White bouncing it outside, and nothing happening there. He's gobbled up at the line of scrimmage. Going to give him 1 because they're generous. So 1 yard gain there for Rachaad White. Again, more of a receiving back, but hasn't looked too bad as a runner, of course. So 2nd and 9 coming up as everyone's in their rain gear in the stands. I mean, again, like I said, it is pouring. So you would expect not really a high-scoring game, but Tampa Bay has had no problems as of now anyway, moving the ball. They are at the 48. Baker in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side. As he drops back, he's looking, throws it over the middle. It's caught the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 45, 40. Irving stepping out of bounds around the 39-yard line. That's a huge play, huge catch run by Bucky Irving, as that's another Tampa Bay Buccaneer first down. Tampa Bay has looked really solid out the gate. Again, just a simple toss in front of him to the running back, and he took it the rest of the way. Marching back down, Tampa Bay trending that way. Carolina so far has not looked great on defense, and again, their offense so far, again, the 1 drive, 0 yards. 1st and 10 as Baker. It's tossed. It's an end around. He's at the 40 and is going to be brought down at the 34-yard line for a gain of 5. That was Tez Johnson on the carry. Again, nice little trickery there. So a gain of 5, 2nd and 5 coming up for Tampa Bay. Again, a lot at stake. I'm sure you guys already know. But the path for Carolina much easier. Win, and it's over. Tampa Bay, you got to win and need some help. Baker's going off. Tampa Bay has struggled a lot in the past 2 months, essentially. So this is kind of closer to what you may have seen in the first few months as Baker play action, rolling to his right, stepping up in the pocket. He's going to run again. He's at the 31, 30, and lowering the shoulder out of bounds. That's a first down, and there's a flag. There is a flag. Baker and the corner in each other's face. And again, there was a flag at the end. If it is against Baker, that's going to back him up 15. We'll see what the, after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting, defense, wow. And the defender, he claps. I'm kind of shocked. I thought that would have been on Baker, to be honest with you. Jackson, I could kind of see it there. Jackson gets in Baker's face. I thought Baker was looking for him. But nope, 15-yard penalty on Carolina. So they'll have it at the Carolina 13. So 1st and 10. Baker's going to be, well, actually, I don't know. I haven't shown him. They've been showing Jackson there again, who made the tackle, and, of course, the penalty was on. Baker going to be under center. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, sending a man in motion as Baker stumbles, rolling to his right. Baker keeping his eyes downfield, cutting inside, throws across the field, back corner of the end zone, incomplete. Oh, Baker had a guy open. That was Durham. In the back corner of the end zone, unable to locate him, incomplete. Again, rolling to his right, Baker stopping, then cutting inside, then looking across the field, wide open. Oh, that's just a missed opportunity. Durham honestly had it, to be honest with you. It did go through his hands. Again, it wasn't right on him, but Durham had a good shot at it. 2nd and 10 for Baker and the Bucs. As Baker hands it off up the gut, he is going to be stood up at the 11 and then just slung down. So that is a gain of 2 after, again, Bucky Irving with his 6th carry of the day. Evans needs only just over 600 yards to continue his 1,000-yard streak. Will he do it today? I think so. I think he's about to pop off. I think they're going to change the difficulty to rookie mode for sure. Good to see you, Smiley. Appreciate you, Trey, for tuning in. Appreciate you, man. Sorry again about your season. That is tough. 3rd and 8 at the 11 as they need to get to the 3 for a brand new set of downs. Baker in the gun. He drops back, looking to his right. Baker pump fakes. Stepping up, moving to his left is Baker, keeping his eyes in the end zone. He's still moving, throws off the hands of the receiver, incomplete. Maybe he was tipped away, but pass was intended for Emeka Egbuka, who again has had a great start of the year, but again, it's kind of fallen off as of late. Again, as really the whole team, essentially. Mayfield again dancing in the pocket, doing a good job of moving. Throw, and I don't know. I can't really see if that was tipped or not. Oh, it was batted away. What a play by the quarterback there. I don't know if that was Hanson. I couldn't read the name clearly. This would be a 29-yard attempt. The kick is up. The kick is good. Tampa Bay 10, Carolina 0, with 1:57 left to go in the first quarter. Why does Tampa Bay throw to Egbuka? Well, just threw it there. Egbuka is too hard for the announcers to say. Maybe that's the reason. Would be a silly reason, but, you never know. Maybe that is it. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. And, of course, let me know who you think is going to win today or win the NFC South. Carolina with 52%. So 52% of you guys have Carolina going to the playoffs, being your NFC South champions. And then 48% of you guys with Tampa Bay, who would be 8-9, hosting the loser, most likely the loser of tonight's game. I don't know. I think there is a way for the Rams to also be the 5 seed. I don't recall that path, but I'm sure I'll discuss it tonight. Keith pulling for Mayfield. Show Cleveland they did. I mean, I think Cleveland knows that for sure. Cleveland definitely dropped the ball. Again, thank you, Trisk, for helping me out with the bots. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. It really does. So thank you again for tuning in and letting me call the game for you. Like I say, again, especially today and tonight, there's going to be a lot of competition for your attention. So thank you for letting me be the voice for this game, letting the small channel call the game. Gotta love an 8-9 team in the playoff. Yep. I don't know, I kind of, if I see a team like that, 8-9, or, 8-8 in the past, or 7-9, I've always wanted to see a 6-10 team make it, but that's pretty bad. And that's doable, but, well, now it's not anymore, but yeah, that would be pretty interesting seeing a 7-10 team make the playoff. That would be pretty crazy, but I don't know, one day I'm sure it'll happen. better, a three-way tie. Yeah, but, one team's already eliminated. Appreciate you, Michael, for tuning in. Like number 68, thank you, man. Thank goodness for football with everything else. Yeah, for sure, David. No kidding. This is it's nice to take your mind off things, from the rest of the world, as hectic as that is, for sure. So, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the invite to your chat. Oh, yeah, no problem. Again, feel free to chat down below. I really try to get to the comment section, especially, of course, during, commercials in between plays. In the NFL, there's not as much no huddle like college, so college a little bit more difficult to do that, as that is going to be booted out of the end zone for a touchback. So Carolina will once again take over at the 35. Again, no yards really for them in the they're at 0. Again, they had 2 passing yards, -2 rushing yards. Seattle did it. Yep, they did. They did. That was they hosted the Saints that year. There's been other times too. I think the Panthers have also won the NFC South with a 7-8-1 record or 7-9. It's happened before, so this is definitely not a first. 1st and 10 as Carolina at the 35. Young play action rolling to his left. Young throws over the middle. It's caught at the 45. It's at the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That was Tremaine with the catch. I believe that's the first time I've called his name all year, as that is a gain of 20, and that is a Carolina Panthers first down, just a crossing route. Simple, but yet effective. Let's see here again. I've covered 2 Carolina games. It's my 3rd. Tampa Bay, this is my 6th Tampa Bay game. Tampa Bay with a 2-3 record when I call games. Carolina 1-1. 1st and 10 for Bryce Young in the Panthers as he's under center, receivers to each side. And there's a lot of movement. There's a flag. We'll see who it's on. It's going to be against Carolina. That'll back him up 5. Tampa -2. Gotcha. We'll see. We'll see. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. Looking good right now. So 1st and 15 for Carolina. In the gun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. As Young sends another man in motion from right to left. He takes the snap, play action, drops back, swings it out to the tight end. Tight end screen, he's at the 50 and dropped at the 45-yard line for a gain of 5. That was Mitchell Evans with the catch and run. Yeah, win-loss. Yes. I always make sure at the end of the game to mark down, which I had it for baseball, then I forgot. I kind of stopped doing that. Then I had to go through all the streams and recount it. So, yeah, I did that for baseball as well. Yeah, again, I've been banned from calling Detroit games for the rest of the year. Would have normally, again, the 425 spot would have looking like to cover Chicago, Detroit. This is not going to happen. Hands it off up the middle, and Dowdle's not going to get anything as he's brought down at the 44 for a gain of 1. They're going to give him 2, but that is going to be the end of the first quarter. Tampa Bay 10, Carolina nothing. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in, but yeah, I've been banned for the rest of the year by Lions fans to not call their games. Detroit is 2-6 when I call their games this year. So, yeah, when I said that at the end of the last stream, I'm like, yeah, okay. They said, yeah, please don't call anymore. I'm like, well, that's fine. I'll just do your primetime games next year. It's going to happen for sure. But yeah, definitely cannot call their games anymore. Banned. Panthers committing a lot of penalties. They are. Bring Tampa Bay to 500. They actually would not. Oh, yeah, talking about, yeah, for me, yeah. Panthers need to wake up. We'll see. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in off the grid. Appreciate you, man. Love your commentary. Grew up with Craig Bolerjack in Utah. You're doing a great job. Thank you, David. Appreciate it, man. Not familiar with Craig Bolerjack, but again, a lot of local legends that everyone talks about for sure, and it is pretty neat. I didn't really listen to many games already. I would every now and then when driving, not driving, but riding in the car. My dad would have a game on, but yeah, pretty neat. Is Lamar playing? Yes, I believe he is playing tomorrow. Panthers fan. I grew up a Redskins fan till we got a Carolina fan. Team. Gotcha. Please call the Niners game. I will be, Angie. I will be. Steelers winning tomorrow night. I hope so, Rodolfo, man. I hope so. You eliminated Detroit from the playoffs. Pretty much. Again, 2-6. 2-6. That's actually terrible. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. You know it. You know it, man. I don't know. I'm pretty nervous. I'm not confident, but I just have a hard time seeing us lose. I know we usually lose in the big games, but call the Bears game. No, I can't do that. Sorry, Wig. I'll honor their wishes for this year. Again, next year I'll be calling their primetime games. Yeah, it is what it is, you know. The commish doesn't want Detroit to ever win a championship, and for good reason. I wouldn't know the reason there, but that's interesting. Rumor has it the Steelers have their eye on Arch Manning. I mean, he'd be coming out next year. I don't know how that would work. 49ers Seahawks. Oh, yeah, it should be a great game. Should be a great game. Again, the winner of that game gets the number 1 seed in the playoffs, and both, I would say, would have pretty good home field advantages for sure. So, yeah, for sure, that's going to be a great game. Again, we'll be covering that one right after this one, as the Panthers, again, will have something to say. This could be, again, a good game here. The first one we covered that one. Right now, though, it's been all Tampa Bay. 3rd and 8. They're at the 43. They need to get to the 35 for a brand new set of downs as Young lifts the leg. Lifts it again for good measure. And takes a snap, drops back. They're setting the blitz, throws. It is off the hands of the receiver. Incomplete. Off the hands of McMillan. And it's going to be 4th down. See what they do here. Again, I believe it's Coach Canales. I could be wrong. Panthers with some Hispanic head coaches the last few years. Ron Rivera. I know they had Matt Rule, I believe. I believe he was, I don't know, they might have had another one in there, but then Canales. 4th and 8. Carolina going to be in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left. Young going to change up something, lifting the leg. Oh, man, I don't know what they're going to do now. The clock is at 0. And there's a flag. So they are going to go ahead and punt. So, yeah, delay game. That'll back them up 5. Will be 4th and 13. And, again, right now it's been all Tampa Bay. And that big 20-yard play is really all they had. They've had, I believe they have 25. No, they have 27 yards, I guess. Yeah, Dowdle got back to 0 yards. But, yeah, it's been a struggle for Carolina. Again, only 1 quarter, so definitely not over by any means. Sam Martin going to be punting. He's averaging about 40 yards per punt, net-wise, not per kick, as that is going to be bouncing at the 11, rolling at the 5, and going to be down at the 6. So pretty good coverage there by Carolina. A punt of 42 yards, and Tampa Bay will take over again at the 6. Gene Deckerhoff, probably last game calling for the Bucs. He will be missed in Tampa Bay. Hope he gets to say, fire them cannons a lot. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you're a Tampa Bay fan, for sure. Taylor liking it. How's it going, Ronald? Good to see you. 1st and 10 for Tampa Bay as they're at their own 6. Baker under center. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. As he sends a man in motion from right to left, he hands it off up the guts. And it's going to be crunched at the 9-yard line for a gain of 3. That was Bucky on the carry. Again, his 7th carry already. And they have some solid running backs. It is pouring down. I mean, geez, you don't really see it that much. I mean, again, more domes and all these. I don't know. I don't like domes. I don't like all that stuff. I think it's hurting the game. I like weather. Football is good in weather. 2nd and 7. Mayfield going to be in the shotgun. Trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Sending a man in motion. That is Godwin. As he moves right to left as he drops back looking. Mayfield throws. It is off the hands of the receiver. Incomplete. Irving unable to hold on to it. 3rd and 7. coming up for Tampa Bay. And again, it is really pouring down now. Geez, as the bots trickle in slowly but surely. Yeah, definitely like outside. I like the weather. The weather is good. Weather in football is just ideal. 3rd and 7 for Baker and the Bucs. They need to get to the 16 for a brand new set of downs. As Mayfield drops back, looking to his right. He throws. It is caught at the 15. He's at the 20 and tackled at the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 12, and that is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer first down. That was Jalen McMillan with the catch, his first of the day. Alex saying the Panthers got to figure it out on the offense. They do. Poor weather conditions, yep. It is beautiful. 1st and 10 for Tampa Bay as they're going to be at the 20. Baker once again going to be under center. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Baker under center takes a snap. It's a toss. It's a toss to White. White is tripped up at the 23-yard line. Good tackle by Scott. Nick Scott with the tackle. White trying to plant the leg again. He kind of started slipping too. Again, the rain. It is coming down. I mean, this is really cool. Again, you don't really see this much anymore. And I very much enjoy it. Your remote control just malfunctioned, so I can't watch the game on TV. You're my broadcast for both games today. Appreciate you, Ronald. Sorry about that, though. That is terrible, though. I would be, honestly, pretty upset. Kind of annoyed, for sure. 2nd and 7. They need to get to the 30 for a brand new set of downs, so they have 2 downs to do it as he drops back, looking to his left. Mayfield now to his right, throws it into the ground and completes. Intended for on, but that wasn't even close to on. That was about 3 or 4 yards away, spiking it into the ground. How am I doing today? I'm doing okay, Scott. Doing okay, hanging in there. Good to see you, man. Hopefully all is well with you. So 3rd and 7. Again, Evans not having gloves, so I guess the gloves have just are a hindrance today. Need to get to the 30 for a brand new set of downs. 2 receivers left. No, make it trips to the left. 1 receiver to the right. Sending a man in motion as Mayfield drops back, looking over the middle. He steps up, throws. It's picked off at the 40. He's at the 35, the 30, 25, and spun around at the 19-yard line. That is where Carolina will take over in the red zone. Baker, I guess, didn't see him. Rose Boom with the boom there. A huge pick. Carolina will take over. Time to pound the ball with this weather. Yep, George. Yep, that is what they should have done there. Oh, he kind of missed him. I don't know what happened. And Evans was kind of breaking free. Then he cuts upfield, but wasn't intended for him. It was intended for Igbuka. So Panthers, again, with the shot here. Baker been inconsistent. Yep. There we go. Coed's liking what he's hearing. Big break for Carolina. It is. Shake, not bake. Again, Rose Boom bringing the boom there. 1st and 10 for Carolina. Again, they're already at the Tampa Bay 19. Young in the shotgun, drops back, looking over the middle, dumps it off. It's caught at the 15. McMillan spun around and tackled at the 9-yard line. That is another Carolina Panthers first down, as they're already, again, 1st and goal coming up. This game is over. Bucks won. There is Jersey. Iconic. Jersey Iconic saying games are always over after 1 quarter. His win percentage as of late, not very good. 1st and goal at the 9. Young's going to be under center. Trips to the left. Tight end in tight to the right. I believe that's Hubbard in the backfield as Young hands it off to Hubbard. Down the left side, trying to slips through and is tackled at the 8. Slipping by one defender, but the other defenders closing on in quickly for just a gain of 1. Appreciate you off the grid, man. Thank you. I try. Carolina needs a touchdown. They do. That was a gift for sure. Game over. Carolina wins. Tampa Bay is 0-8 when they throw a pick. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Lived in Tampa for a year. Rains hard for a bit and then stops. Well, it's raining hard now. Second and goal as Young is under center, sending a man in motion. He takes a snap, looking to his right. Young throws. It's caught at the 5, and he just skips into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Tommy Tremble, no trembling there, as he again was wide open. And Carolina making it a one-score game. Again, just a throw, a dump off over the middle. Play action. Young looking to his left, then looking to his right. Tremble. I mean, that is as free as you can be in the NFL. Everyone bet 100 on the Bucks. As soon as Jersey says Bucks win, Carolina scores. As there's the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. It is good. 10-7 is your score. Tampa Bay up by 3 with 10:50 to go. Carolina again taking advantage of the Baker pick. A few plays later, finding the end zone. Yeah, that was just not a good decision. Baker's 5-1 against the Panthers. Well, he lost this year, though. Momentum changes. Yep. T-Mac needs some stick 'em on the glove. Stick 'em, yep. Touchdown, heads, California. Touchdown, Carolina. I guess, I don't know. I feel like I've heard that, but I don't know where. Didn't know it was raining in Tampa Bay. It's really coming down hard. Yep, it really is. Let's go. You don't have jury duty. That's always good. Panthers know the division is on the line. Yep, both teams should know it. And again, Tampa Bay, of course, coming off, looking pretty good so far, and, in the first quarter, essentially. I was dominated by Tampa Bay. It looked like Tampa Bay was kind of going to get something going there as well, but I don't know. Back-to-back bad throws. Again, Tampa or Baker just kind of spiking into the ground almost. Again, he saw the open Otten over the middle, and he didn't connect there. He's about 5 yards short, and then just doesn't see Roseboom. I'm sorry. Touchdown. Yeah, no, he is back. I'm sorry. The touchdown. Turkey loves touchdowns. My bad. That is my bad. I apologize. I'm not doing my job. The touchdown turkey. He loves touchdowns. I do need to reach out to Draven. Yeah, Draven, I will reach out to you probably after the games today. You want a 4 parlay in college basketball today. Virginia, Clemson, Alabama, Wake Forest. Gotcha. Baker going to start to slip. He's still injured. You just said Tampa Bay is going to win. I don't understand. I am confused. Doc slipping. I am. My bad. That's on me. It's 100% on me. I dropped a wide open pass. That's the same reaction. It's on me. Again, it is pouring down in Tampa Bay, but kind of pouring down as well on scoring. Again, 10-7 here to begin this, or not to begin the second quarter, but again, early in the second quarter. That's not too bad considering the conditions. You're not in trouble. No, you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. You're kidding? Oh, I bet so. Turkey made himself obsolete, I guess so. Field at the 5. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20. Oh, he fumbles the ball! Tucker fumbled the ball on the kickoff. There's a scrum for Carolina pointing like they have it. Tampa Bay not as confident. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if it fell out or whatnot. Oh, man. Now Tampa Bay pointing like they have it. Referee's trying to rip these players away. This is interesting. Tampa Bay pointing like they have it. All right. So initially the fingers were pointing towards Carolina. Now it's Tampa Bay. Oh, my goodness. So, again, you're going to probably see a lot of this. Again, it is pouring, so you'll probably see a lot of fumbles, a lot of turnovers pretty much. It's early to win, yeah. It's early to say who's going to win for sure. You kidding on putting 100 on Bucks? Gotcha. Slippery ball, yep. Alabama tide has turned, I guess so. Probably will be a few fumbles with the rain. Yeah, for sure it will be. And there was a flag, apparently, after all that. During the return, illegal block in the back. So, yeah, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. I don't know where that'll be, but that's going to back up Tampa Bay. Gets punched out. Yeah, initially looked like Panthers had it. They really did. That's why I think they were pointing. Let's see here. Congrats on 5. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Wonder if... Well, I don't know. This guy Riching is... Yeah, okay. I guess so. 1st and 10 for Baker and the Bucs. They have it at the 15 as he's under center. And he will take the snap. Hands it off. Oh, and he's crunched in the backfield. That's a loss of 4. Bucky Irving on the carry and then had nowhere to go as he was tackled immediately. That's a loss of 4. Jeez, So, yeah, the momentum has clearly changed, at least for the moment. 2nd and 14 coming up. If you play in the NFL, you'd be honest. Sure your teammates would hate you. They probably would. Holding the bar too far from his body, yep. In the rain, you can't do that. 2nd and 14 in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Sending a man in motion as Baker hands it off once more. This is Bucky once again, still moving. But now is going to be tackled around the 14, 15-yard line for a gain of 3 or 4. They're showing the stats again. Baker started 6 for 6, 79 yards and a touchdown. Since then, 1 for 6, 11 yards and a pick. Is it hard to call games with teams you don't like? Not really. Not really. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it would be pretty hard to, like, if I don't like the teams, to kind of hide my dislike, But I have no problem with either teams here. 3rd and 10. Need to get to the 25 as Baker drops back. He swings it out. It's caught. It's a screen. This is White at the 20 and is going to be pushed forward at the 26-yard line. Gain of 11. He just kept going. Just kept going. Roseboom booming him forward for a first down. Bucks don't do this again. Yeah, Buccaneers, again, hadn't been looking all that great. But a first down there for Tampa Bay. So how's it going, Tennessee? Appreciate you for tuning in once more. Spoke the fumble into existence. I don't know about that. 1st and 10 at the 26. Baker in the shotgun as he hands it off up the gut. This is Irving, and again Irving can't get anything going. Tackled at the line of scrimmage as the Carolina run defense has surely. I mean, they have tightened up so far. 8:20 left to go, by the way, in the first half. Tampa Bay leading 10-7. They opened up with a 10-0 run, looking pretty solid. But Carolina, of course, with the pick. And then just a few plays later, finding the end zone, has made it a 1-score game. Tampa Bay trying to get their mojo back. 2nd and 10 is Mayfield going to be in the shotgun. 2 receivers left. Tight end in tight. Sending a man in motion as he swings it out. It is caught. Nice catch by White. White, he's at the 30 and is tackled at the 33-yard line for a gain of 7. 3rd and 3 coming up. Sports Illustrated is reporting Arch Manning is wanted by the Steelers. Well, I mean, yeah, that's going to be next year, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. Baseball, no rain. Hockey, outside, no rain. Soccer, heavy rain. Tennis, no rain. Basketball, outside, no rain. Or, yeah, inside. Okay, I don't know what you're saying, Trisk. The Ratbirds, the Ravens, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I kind of respect the Ravens, essentially. Mayfield drops back. He's moving to his right. Pump fakes, and it's going to run. He's at the 30, 35, 40. Sliding down at the 45. That was an impressive play by Baker, and that is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer first down, a gain of 11. Pump faking again gets the Panther defender to bite, and that was enough. Again, very impressive considering the weather to hold on to the ball. So 1st and 10 at the 44. I'll be back. I'm going to watch the Penguins game. Good luck, Draven. Good luck. I don't know if we won. Hopefully we did. I think we were winning earlier in that one. 1st and 10 at the 44 as Mayfield hands it off. Oh, and Baker tackles his own guy. Oh, my goodness. Hands it off to Tucker. And I guess the momentum of the arm and the slippery field conditions brings down Tucker. Oh, my goodness. A tackle by Baker. So Baker making a great run there. Then he brings down his own running back. What the heck? That's a loss of 4. So a good tackle by Baker. Though Scorton will be given the credit for I guess the tackle. 2nd and 14 at the 40. Baker in the shotgun. Oh, he fumbles the ball and then picks it up and is spinning forward, but tackled in the backfield at the 38. Trying to throw it, the ball fell right out of his hands. So Baker again tackling the running back and then fumbling the ball. Back-to-back plays that Mayfield will have to just forget. Oh my gosh, 3rd and 16 coming up. Do you like in today's game? I did pick Tampa Bay, but again, as far as who I'm pulling for, no one really, no one special. I'm a neutral party. Greatest journal of sports information, I guess maybe magazine-wise. Yeah, fumble. Yep, well, fumble. Great football weather. It is. Hi, Doctor. How's it going, Sinbin? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Mayfield's a gamer. He is. He's playing offense and defense. Again, we had an injured player there, injured Carolina Panther. So it will be 3rd and 16. Baker defensive and offensive MVP. Yep. Couldn't have scripted it any better. I don't know. It's crazy. Rain always makes a crazy game. It does. Again, I know a lot of people like the dome. I don't. I am very much anti-dome. I love open weather. I don't care if it's snow, rain, windy. That just makes it even a better game. As it's 3rd and 16, they need to get to the 46 for a brand new set of downs. They're at their own 38. Baker hands it off the middle. This is White. White cutting inside and tackled at the 43-yard line. As that's just a gain of about 5. And the Tampa Bay crowd doesn't really like that sequence there, as they will have to punt with just under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Panthers need the ball back. They do. Snow too. Yep, I love the snow. Did Baker switch teams in the end? He did not. You're pulling for the Panthers. When did I say that, Walt? How am I pulling for the Panthers? I picked Buccaneers to win, but yeah, I'm pulling for the Panthers. The logic there, it's pretty up there. That's going to be booted away, fielded at the 12. He's crossing the 15, brought down at the 16-yard line. So Carolina will take over with about 4:20 to go. Again, if they're making mistakes, and I let you know they're making mistakes, I guess that means I'm pulling for the other team. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff there. Let's see here. Ravens, Green Bay, the Bears, Tampa Bay, maybe 2 other teams always have physical games as long as they aren't playing Kansas City. Mayfield's considered a traitor in Texas after he went AWOL and played college ball in Oklahoma. Yeah, he did. He did do that. But, I guess, I don't know. I think it was didn't he have issues with Cliff? Pulling for the Bucs, hence they will probably lose. This guy. This is disgusting. Hey, it's football. It's fun. Let's go, Panthers. I'm rooting for the Panthers. Telling you are. Okay, well, I mean, you don't know nothing. Deep inside Teppers, I don't care what the Carolina Panther owner has. He's an idiot. That guy is a control freak, and it just has yet to... Well, I don't know. Canales seems to be okay. I don't know. Not really a great owner. Domes for hockey, roller derby, ping pong, not football. Exactly, Keith. Bucks can lose their 5th straight numerology. Oh, T-date. T-date? T-date. Am I not following there? We don't have snow in Tampa Bay. Well, yeah. No, but, snow games, though. Just, and again, any weather. Weather, for sure. Love football weather, man. Yeah. Five-date numerology. Like different days? Is that what it is? I'm assuming. I'm not too sure. I'm not following their Soldier. I'm sorry. I guess follow the other stuff. Interesting. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below, even if you accuse me for pulling for a team that I didn't even pick to win. That's interesting. And I'm a Steelers fan. I'm wearing red. I don't know. That's interesting stuff. But yeah, feel free to chat down below. And of course, let me know who you think's going to win the NFC South. 55% of you guys with Carolina winning the NFC South. 45% with Tampa Bay. And yeah, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in and letting me call the game here. Again, Tampa Bay leading 10-7. Carolina, though, with the ball at the 16. Young going to be under center. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. As it's 1st and 10, 4:21 left to go. He takes the snap, hands it off up the gut, and he is going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. Does fight forward for maybe a yard or so. So they'll probably give him one. They will. That was Rico Dowdle on the carry. Thanks for calling the game. You're from Texas, so I don't get your local Carolina broadcast. Gotcha. So we're both Texans, essentially. Misplaced Texans. 2nd and 9 for Carolina as they are at the 17. Young going to be in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Young dancing around as he awaits the snap, takes the snap, drops back. Young looking to his left, now or the middle, steps up, moving to his left. Throws it down the left side. It is caught at the 33 and then tackled at the 32. McMillan breaking free at the end. That's a big play there. Gain of 14. That's a Carolina Panther first down. 3:20 and counting. Again, Tampa Bay had the momentum in the first, but in the second, Carolina has clearly looked like the better team. Yeah, freaking, yeah. PG chat. Happy Saturday. Appreciate you, Daniel, for tuning in. As it's 1st and 10 at the 32. Young rolling to his left. Steps up, throws. It is caught at the 46 and then steps out at the 47. That was Jimmy Horn Jr. with the catch, and that is a gain of 15. That's another Carolina Panther first down. Just breaking free there on the crossing route. Young just floating it up there. Just again, first down, Carolina. Clock continuing to run. 2:30 and counting. Like number 100. Oh, 107. Nice. Young going to be under center. 2 receivers right. Tight end in tight. Hands it off up the middle. This is Dowdle just squeezing forward as he's tackled across the 50 at the 49-yard line for a gain of 4. And that's probably going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning. So, yeah, Tampa Bay 10, Carolina 7. Carolina is driving at the Tampa Bay 49. 2nd and 6 whenever we do come back. Team's owner thinks he's a GM. He's not, and a 30-year absence from the Super Bowl proves it. Are you talking about, yeah, Jerry Jones? Yeah, that's tough. T-Mac. Look at the rookie shine. Yeah. Yes, sir. You're in Carolina. The game is only on ESPN. Oh, wow. I think over here as well. I think the game is only on ESPN over here. Let me actually double check. It's on my ABC. Again, I'm in Texas, so I don't know how it would work. It's different, I guess, everywhere. I'm not too sure. Blackout rules. Yeah, it's just stupid. It's really stupid. The NFL hates the true fans of the game. They really do. They've really shown that the last decade plus. You bet T-Law in this game. Okay, I'm not sure what that means there. About to be 14-10. We'll see. Getting plenty of time left, or for either one, really. See what happens here on this drive. Still a lot of football left to be played, folks. So again, nothing is definitely over and not even close. Again, so many comebacks this year, and it still will not prevent people from saying, yeah, no, this team's definitely going to win. Oh, yeah, it's over now. Definitely have seen it, seen a lot. Just moved to Houston. Gotcha. 9 for 19. Yeah, I'm not following there. If Carolina wins, they are in. If Bucks win, they need help to get in the playoffs. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. I try to chat it up with you guys whenever I can. I try to get to every comment. And, of course, again, we do have a poll. Let me know who you think is going to win the NFC South. 56% of you guys with Carolina. 44% thinking that Tampa Bay will win the NFC South. Amazon regrets paying so much money for... Oh, I bet you. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it was in the billions, right? I'm pretty sure they spent over $1 billion or so. I mean, that is ridiculous. They definitely did not make their money back. I'll see you later, my friend. I won't be back tonight. It's all good, man. Appreciate you for tuning in, Scott. Again, I'm just entertainment. You can turn off at any time. It's no biggie. Wild card week. And again, they will announce those most likely in the middle of my Steelers-Ravens rant after the Steelers lose tomorrow. I don't know. I'll probably hold off on the rant until that schedule is released on Sunday Night Football. 2nd and 6 at the 49 as Young's going to be in the pistol. Receivers to each side as Young lifts the leg, takes the snap, and play action. Throws to his left. It is overthrown. Incomplete. Felt the pressure as the Bucs brought the blitz. Looks like the weather is not going to let up for, I don't know, it's going to keep raining for sure. We are in the dark green, so it is again pouring. But no, it doesn't look like there's any thunderstorming or anything like that. 3rd and 6. Need to get to the 43 for a brand new set of downs. As Young's going to be in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Young lifts the leg, takes the snap, drops back, looking over the middle. He throws it down the right side. It is picked off at the 40, and then runs out of bounds at the 42. Jacob Parrish with the pick, as the Panthers' drive will perish on that one, and Tampa Bay will have an opportunity with 1:51 left to go in the first half to extend the lead. The Bucs need help from Atlanta. Parrish with a great break on the ball. Wow, that was good stuff there. Again, that's a huge turnover. As Tampa Bay, again, will have it with 1:51 left to go. They will, of course, cut away to commercial. But, yeah, they need help from New Orleans. They need New Orleans to beat Atlanta. Amazon has plenty of money to burn, I guess so. How's it going, Quentin? Throws phone. Walt, we'll be seeing you, I guess. Again, that's why you don't count your points, man. You don't count your points before they happened. And 14-10, it doesn't look like 14-10 will happen. I guess Baker could throw a pick here, fumble or whatnot. Get a stop. Again, Carolina with all 3 timeouts. Receiver could have helped him out a little bit. Yeah, he was kind of waiting for the ball. He didn't go get it, for sure. But again, a great pick by Parrish. Good stuff there by the corner. Good play. So, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Again, I'll be covering another game later tonight. As, again, the Seattle Seahawks take on the San Francisco 49ers. Pharma paid for commercial time? Probably. What's the score currently? It is 10-7. Tampa Bay leading over Carolina. I'm not sure if you're able to see the score. We do have a score bug on the bottom of the screen, so I don't know if you don't see it, maybe zoom out, or if you can't zoom out, then I guess that is actually unfortunate. Maybe it'll hop over with the ticker right here. Shake and bake, yep. See what he can do here. But again, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they can't see the score. Yeah, some people maybe just genuinely can't. Seaver could have played a little defense. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying for sure. For sure. So, again, we're just waiting for this commercial to end here. As, again, this is a pretty big game. That's why it's a standalone game. Not really many big games tomorrow. Kind of disappointing, to be honest with you. Would like to see more, winning in situations. But they already have 6 of the 7 teams, in. Ideally you want wild card teams fighting on the last week to make it more exciting, but Unfortunately, it's not the case. 1st and 10 at the 42 as Baker hands it off up the gut. He's at the 45. Still moving his legs at the 48. The pile is going to stop and be whistled dead after a gain of about, they're going to give him the 49, so a gain of 7. Who gets the ball the second half? I believe it is Carolina. The bathtub game, yep. These teams are so Jekyll and Hyde. I'm going to go for the Panthers, I guess. Yep, either one. Again, it's only a 3-point spread currently, and it was a 3-point spread in the game prior. 2nd and 3 at the 49. He hands it off. This is Tucker down the right side, and he's tackled in the backfield for a loss of 2. Tucker trying to find something but couldn't. He found the Panthers, or the Panthers found him. 3rd and 5 coming up, a minute and counting. Doesn't look like the Panthers going to take their timeout. I guess they're comfortable with the 3-score or 3-point lead, or 3-point game, I should say, not lead. Just got a shout out from Tom Grossi. Nice. 3rd and 5. Need to get to the 48 for a brand new set of downs. Baker in the gun. Trips to the left, one receiver to the right. Baker awaiting the snap, takes the snap, drops back. He's looking to his left. Now moving to his right. Steps up. Baker moving all over the place. Now he's moving in the middle. Now he's going to dump it off. It's caught at the 43. He's at the 40, on at the 35. And pushed out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Gain of 22. And that's a Tampa Bay Buccaneer first down. Mayfield just moving everywhere. It's like he's playing a video game. Oh, my gosh. Did he throw it? He did. Kept his feet behind the line. Good stuff there by Baker. That is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer first down. Steelers, Ravens. Yeah, but again, I mean, that's for the division. But, you know, again, during the actual day, not the night game. 1st and 10 at the 32, as it looks like Carolina will be calling their first timeout. 18 seconds left. Again, a huge play by Baker. Covering Sunday's games? Yes, I will be. As a Lions fan who wouldn't mind my boys losing for offseason reasons, I plead with you to call the game. Well, I've been told I can't. I don't know. You are a Lions fan. That is true. Other Lions fans have told me to not call the game. 2-6. I don't know. This would be interesting. I would rather call that one, to be honest with you, than what I originally have. Right now I have Dolphins-Patriots, because really there's not much happening tomorrow. I'm kind of flirting with the idea with Jets-Bills because of the uniforms. I'd like to see the Bills with the red helmet. They should wear the red helmet anyway. Don't know why they don't. I don't know. I'll think about it. 1st and 10 at the 31. Baker in the gun. Trips the right tight end in tight. He hands it off to Bucky. Bucky at the 30. And still fighting for yards at the 25 as he's tackled at the 24. And that's going to be a timeout. Tampa Bay with 13 seconds left to go in the first half. Let's see here. What cover will his nails be? I don't know. I don't think he actually hits it. I don't know how much he needs. I don't know. I think it was like 290. I don't think he throws 290 tomorrow. What's up? How's it going, Rick? Good to see you, man. That was past the line. No, it was not. It was not. Huge play it was. Yeah, it was close. It was close. Lions need to find a good offense corner. They do. Lions, again, I feel like they're kind of, I don't know. Dan Campbell, I don't think he's the right guy personally. I don't think he's the guy. I think he listens to analytics a little too much. 2nd and 3 as they're at the 25. Baker in the gun. 2 receivers left, one to the right as Baker hands it off up the gut. This is Irving. Irving's got the first down, diving to the 20-yard line. And that is a first down for Tampa Bay. With 9 seconds left, they will call their second timeout. Really surprised the Bucs have an upper hand, my team. Yeah, no, they've been struggling lately. But, you know, any given day. Can't say any given Sunday, but any given day. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, Carrie. Happy New Year's to all. Appreciate you guys again for tuning in. The Panthers, Kevin. The Panthers will have the ball to start the second half. So again, 9 seconds left. That was their second timeout. They got one more, so they can use the whole field here. Or they can take a shot to the end zone. I don't know. We'll see what they do here. As Baker is at the 20s in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. 1st and 10 as Baker hands it off up the middle. And Bucky is tackled at the 18-yard lines as Baker is going to call their final timeout. So this would be, and the Buccaneer fans not happy. They wanted to see a shot to the end zone. I don't blame them. This would be about a 36-yard field goal, by the way. Again, it is raining. It is wet, though maybe the rain has kind of let up. I don't know. I'd have to see a better angle, but it is not as pouring down as it was just a few minutes ago. Tired of these dang bots that come in here again. Sorry, guys. Yeah, they definitely need one for sure. 36-yard attempt. He's set up right down the middle. As there's the snap, the hold, the kick. McLaughlin, it is up. It is good. 13-7 with 2 seconds left. There's a flag. There is a flag, so we'll see what they rule here. Illegal formation on the defense. 7 players on one side of the ball. That is declined. So, yeah, 2 seconds left. We'll just see a kickoff here, and that'll probably be it. An 8-9 team should not make the playoffs. It's mostly why I'm cheering for the Panthers. Interesting. I disagree. I welcome 8-9. I welcome it. Would love a TV. Sorry, man. I think the rain is about done. It's actually raining more now that I'm looking at it. It actually has not let up at all. So I had a pretty bad angle there, or good angle there. So it is raining. This person said spaghetti with the ranch. With ranch is fire. I would consider calling the police. Yeah, for sure, Draven. Why didn't they go to the end zone? Yeah. Would have liked to see a shot there. They only got 2 yards, but I don't know. They're fine with the 3. You don't want to risk throwing a pick again. Baker flat out again looked pretty bad on that pick. I mean, he just flat out threw it right to the defender. So maybe you're not trusting Baker as much. Again, it is raining. So if the ball comes out kind of wonky, yeah, you're flirting with danger there. So again, Tampa Bay going to kick off here. Only 2 seconds left here for the first half. Tampa Bay leading 13-7. As McLaughlin boots it away. And that's going to be booted into the end zone for a touchback, and they will probably just take a knee. And that will probably do it for the first half. But not going to say that for sure. Looks like little rain second half. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, right now, though, it is pouring. It actually is pouring more. Okay, so it's back and pouring now. But yeah, like you said, again, it could be a little bit lighter for the second half, or it could just go away altogether. So first 10 for the Panthers, and they are in victory formation, though it's not a victory, as they will take a knee, and that is it. 13-7 is your score at the half. Tampa Bay leading. Carolina will receive the second half kickoff. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Of course, I will stay here for halftime. So feel free to chat away. And again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe. If everyone were to subscribe right now, we would hit 5,500 subscribers. It would be pretty cool to do so. Again, that is a lot to ask for. But again, if you do like it, make sure to subscribe. I will be calling another game right after this. This is not the only game of the day. The grind to make this channel big won't stop. It will never stop. So again, thank you again for tuning in. As again, this has been a pretty fun year one for me. Panthers will win. We'll see, Ralph. We'll see. You would call the cops? Yeah, no, that is just crazy. Jersey has put ranch, SpaghettiOs with ranch, SpaghettiOs with ranch. So not ranch with SpaghettiOs, but SpaghettiOs with ranch. Interesting. And a hard taco shell, yeah. That sounds like I won't be ever eating with you, Jersey. And you're most likely kidding, but if we're at the same spot You're ordering the food. You're good. I will catch you later, That is, yeah. So, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, chat down below as, again, we're just going to be hanging out for halftime. Feel free to talk about the game, talk about the playoffs, talk about whatever. Whatever you'd like. I will be here just hanging out with you guys for about, I guess, a little over 11 minutes now. A little under 11 minutes now. Pineapple goes on pizza. It does not. It does not. It does not. And I'm good. That's gross. It is. It is definitely not ideal. That is very disgraceful. Ranch on spaghetti. That is just not. So, Doc, Bears win tomorrow. You give them a chance to win a playoff game? If they win tomorrow, yeah, for sure. For sure. I said if they won 2 of the last 3, I would go ahead and give them a solid shot. If they don't, I just don't see it. Even with them hosting Chicago, which if they were to lose tomorrow and Philly wins, then they would be the 3. And then you're looking at Los Angeles coming into town, or potentially Seattle or San Francisco, depending on what happens. So I just, yeah, that's asking a lot, man. If you guys don't win tomorrow, I'm sorry, I just don't see it. It does not, yeah. Tonight's menu is cheese enchiladas and Spanish rice. Sounds great. Sounds great. You like chicken? Chicken is great. Pineapple belongs far away from pizza. Yep, it does. I know someone who puts ketchup on pancakes. Oh, my gosh. Oh, jeez. That's terrible. I appreciate you, Jonah. Again, don't spam the chats. I'll let you think about it. You'll be thinking about it for a long time, but, yeah, don't do that. Appreciate you, though, for chatting, but, yeah, don't spam. Boo Bears, yep. Bears lose to the Packers round 1. I could see it. I really could. But, again, I think that game could go either way, even with the banged-up Packers team. Anchovy and pineapple pizza is, oh, my gosh, this guy, 83. Appreciate you for tuning in, as always, man. But, yeah, I know you're probably trolling there. And if you're not, well, I don't know. That's just odd. That is very odd. Sardines on pizza is the best. Yep, for sure. That'd be awesome, I bet. Well, I don't know. I don't think he wants that. You ever eat sardines before? Nope. Nope, haven't eaten none of that. None of that. Not definitely not. College football. Stop with the bye weeks at the beginning of the season. Do brackets for the conferences. Then you can start doing March Madness bracket, size bracket for football with consolation. I think it's a little too much. Little too much there, but I kind of agree with the bye weeks. I think, yeah, I mean, honestly, what's the point of having all those bye weeks? Why? Just have one like the NFL. I mean, you don't play as many weeks. I mean, if you want to have 2, I guess that's fine. But yeah, that's way too many. Steelers fan here, but I think even if by some miracle Steelers make the playoffs, they are still one and done. You're probably right. I don't expect a playoff win. I would love to see it, obviously. Steelers fan here, fellow Steelers fan. But yeah, most likely you are correct. And again, if that were to happen, I mean, Tomlin has to be traded. I don't think he would get fired. I don't think Art Rooney II has any guts to do that, to do what's right. But I mean, I'll take a trade. I would be happy with a trade. I know a team would trade for him. Anchovy and pineapple pizza is good with green sauce. Okay. Love that 13 points. Trisk does love 13. Ketchup on pancakes is a Yinzer thing. Ketchup is a staple in Pittsburgh. Here we go, Steeler. Here we go. I totally understand that people love Heinz. That doesn't excuse to put it on anything. That is absolutely gross. And I am actually very happy I was not born in Pittsburgh, because if that is actually legit, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Can't do that. You just can't do that. What kind of green sauce do you put on pizza? I don't know. I mean, I do like green sauce. Like I'm thinking Hispanic green, like, green sauce there, kind of like a salsa in a way. But yeah, I don't know. You're likely right on Rooney. He hasn't. Yeah, he doesn't do anything. I mean, I don't understand when people say, he's a great owner. I mean, I don't know. They're thinking about his dad Dan or his grandfather Art. Art Rooney Jr. has been he doesn't know what he's doing, and I don't know. I don't know if he's just so hands off or I don't know. I don't really understand. I don't know what he does, but he's definitely nothing like his dad or his, grandpa, because he's just bad. So I think he needs to either sell the team or just grow a backbone and actually run the organization like his dad. Pesto's good. Anchovies with extra chives and jalapenos. Yeah, I'm good. I'm not going to have any anchovies. Never have anchovies, sardines, whatever, anything like that. That just doesn't seem like it's right. Green sauce is a basil-based sauce that's authentic Italian places put on pizza. It's like pesto and often called pesto. Okay. Well, I guess that's fine if it's kind of like pesto. But interesting. Pizza sounds so good, Doc. Regular kind, not with pineapples or ketchup or anything like that. Yeah, exactly. Pizza is great, but I don't know what the chat is saying about pizza. It is just not guacamole. Yeah, I'm actually not a guac. I don't know. Guac's actually okay. I don't really. I used to not like it. Now it's like eh. Glad Dallas got rid of Diggs. That's a defensive improvement. Another will arrive on Black Monday when Eberflus is terminated and bring in Will Muschamp, who knows how to run a defense. Yeah, it definitely hasn't worked out for Dallas on the defensive side of things for sure. Even with the additions, even though you guys lost Parsons, you did make some additions on the defensive line. But yeah, it's been rough. Dan Rudy, yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, no. Again, he loved the Steelers. Again, he got to learn from his dad, and yeah, he was Steeler through and through, man. And it's a shame that that his son just hasn't really. I don't know. I guess he wasn't paying attention. I don't know. It just doesn't seem. I hate to rip him, but it just doesn't seem like he's all about the Steelers. Pesto has nuts in it. I don't know if I've had it with. He lives in his fears. Yeah, for sure. We're just talking about food. Apparently, how about chicken adobo? Are you talking about like the seasoning? I mean, the seasoning's good. Like I'm talking about the adobo seasoning, right? I'm not even gonna acknowledge Jersey anymore with this food stuff. Chicken Alfredo pizza. Actually, okay, all right. I'll be honest with you, Jersey. I kind of get what you're saying there. That's actually pretty good. Somebody on ask. Yeah, no, some of that stuff is just pesto's gross. I don't know. I mean, I'm a quarter Italian, believe it or not. Half Mexican, quarter Italian, quarter German. Italian food. I love Italian food. Mac and cheese on pizza. Again, that's actually not bad. It's not bad. I will not say that is bad. DiGiorno or Freshetta. I don't think I've ever had Freshetta, so DiGiorno by default. Filipino. I don't think I've ever had Filipino food. Rooney is too busy hawking his book than running his team. I don't even know. Is he writing a book? I didn't even know. Do you like regular mac and cheese or baked? Both is fine. Baked is good. I'm not even kidding. So, and I'll confess here. I know I've been ripping, but you got to hear me out on this pizza that I've actually ordered and have had multiple times from Pizza Hut. So what I do, again, I use like the deal app where you get 2 mediums for like $7 or whatnot. So one of the pizzas I always get is, so the sauce isn't the traditional marinara. It's like a garlic Parmesan sauce. And of course you get your cheese, and then I put grilled chicken. And I kid you not, That is actually great stuff. I'm just saying, give it a shot. If you get some pizzas on the Pizza Hut app, you have to get 2 to get the deal at least for the medium pizza. But I always get, I think it's a deep dish, so that's an extra $1, or pan pizza, or deep dish. I can't remember what it's called. But give that a shot at least once, and then let me know, because that is pretty good. I'm Italian. Congratulations on your subscribers. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Nick. I'm not getting too cool for you, buddy. Again, you were made a mod so I can pick you out. So, no. You're definitely not. You're definitely cool. Again, I appreciate you for, again, you've been here pretty much since the beginning, essentially. So, thank you again. Chicken and broccoli in the baked mac. I'm sure that's fine. I don't know. I don't think I've had that combination. I'm sure it's fine. Pepperoni and spinach pizza with Alfredo sauce. Again, that sounds fine. That sounds fine. He wrote a book about his dad, and then he released a second book last year about the Steelers' history. Well, yeah, apparently he's too focused on the book and not focused on the Steelers. Because the current Steelers history, like, what are they going to write about this Steel? Like, whenever, if the Rooney's keeping the family, it's going to be a pretty dark time whenever we start writing about Arthur Jr. How old were you when you moved to Texas? I would say 2004 October, so I was about a month shy from turning 8. So, yeah, 7. Because I turned 8. I was born in November 96, so I would have been 8 in November. We moved to Texas, and the Steelers had their greatest regular season history of all time that year in 04, 15-1. Joe's Pizza Shack, Pender Barracks, Nuremberg, Germany. Best calzone ever, 81-83. It's been forever since I've had a calzone. I need to have one again. I don't know if I haven't really had an authentic pizza, though. That's the thing, where I live in Texas, there's no authentic New York style pizzas up there. Pennsylvania they did. Oh man, oh my gosh. Love the pizza up there. Love the hoagies. Here what we have is Subway in the small town. And Jersey Mike's actually isn't too bad. I've had Jersey Mike's recently, but we don't have any local. So yeah, it's a bummer. Looks like we are returning to action. Thank you guys for hanging out for halftime. I know we're talking about food, so you're probably hungry now, just like me, but I'll deal with that a little bit later. As Tampa Bay kicking off to Carolina, that's going to be booted out of the end zone for a touchback, and Carolina will start at their own 35. Can't handle calzones too much. Too spicy. For some reason, I thought you were my nephew's age. You are older. I look... You don't... Okay, well, dang. Yeah, I'm 29, going to turn 30 soon. And I've always looked young, but I don't necessarily feel that way anymore. Because I have put on a lot of weight. And I know I've talked about that all... I'm sure Nick has heard... You always talk about how big you are. Well, I mean, I am. But yeah, I used to, when I was 22, 23, when I was still pretty skinny, I looked like I was 18. 1st and 10, hands it off up the gut. Dowdle is going to be brought down at the 38. I'm sorry, I thought 35. They're at the 35, tackled at the 39. Forgot about the 35 already. Anyway, it's a gain of 4 for Dowdle to open up the second half with a run right up the gut. You just like the Bazzone from Pizza Hut. Yeah, the Bazzone wasn't too bad. I don't know if they... I think they have melts now. They don't have the Bazzone anymore. 2nd and 6. As Young's going to be in the pistol. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Young takes a snap. He wasn't ready for it. Takes a snap, throws. It is caught at the 43. And then he runs out of bounds right there. So good stuff by Young to, I guess, catch the snap. I don't know what was going on there. But that's a gain of 4. 3rd and 2 coming up. Nice catch there by Jalen Coker. Our Steelers are the non-losing season champions. You know it. 3rd and 2. Young is going to be in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, sending a man in motion from left to right. As Young takes a snap, play action, swings it down the flat. It is caught, but then is tackled at the 44, so they're going to be about a yard short. And decision time for the Panthers. Again, they're close to midfield. This would definitely be interesting. That was a nice catch. Oh, the ball kind of coming loose at the end. I don't know. They might, I don't know. Tampa Bay might have to look at it and try to, I don't know. We'll see. 4th and 1 regardless. As they are at the 44, need to get to the 45 for Brandon set it down, setting a man in motion. He hands it off up the middle. Hubbard's got the first down, crossing the 45 as he's tackled at the 46-yard line. Gain of 2, and that's a Carolina Panther first down. Got you into ranch pizza with Philly steak on it. It's not bad. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Ranch pizza. But again, we talked about a lot of stuff here. It's more appropriate than ranch and spaghetti, I can tell you that. 1st and 10 at the 46. In the pistol as Young drops back, looking over the middle. Moving to his right, throws it into the ground, incompletes. As Young was under pressure, had to get rid of it. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Congrats on the subs and many thousand more. Thank you, Becky. Appreciate it. Enjoy your calls. I enjoy you guys being here. I really do. The rain ruins all touchdowns. I don't know about that. Don't know about that. I mean, usually, yeah, it is, when it's wet, usually a low-scoring game, but I've already seen 3 here. No, pardon me. Well, no, we've only seen 2. It's not my bad. Yeah. All right, anyway, 2nd and 10 for Carolina. Young going to be in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. As Young drops back, way back, he steps up and is going to throw over the middle. It is caught at the 33, yeah, and tackled immediately. He will have the first down. I'm stumbling on my words. My bad, folks. Let's get some water. That is a Carolina Panther first down, as that's a gain of 19. That was McMillan on the catch. Exercise things. Many treadmills and spin bikes. Yeah, I need to probably get, a bike, maybe. Call a game on a bike. That'd be interesting. 1st and 10 at the 34. As Young is going to be under center, receiver to left, tight ends in tight. As Young takes the snap. Play action, steps up, heavy pressure, throws it backwards, and it's going to be, they're going to whistle that dead. I thought that was a backwards pass. I think that's pretty bad by the referee, to be honest with you. Throws it. Wow, that's backwards. That's a backwards pass. Oh, man, the referee whistled it dead. 2nd and 10 coming up. You ever in Hawaii, let me know. I'll take you spear fishing, catch fish and octopus fresh from the ocean, catch, clean, cook, and eat. Oh, my octopus. I don't know. That sounds neat, though. Appreciate it, though, Toke. Oh, my gosh. I think that's a backwards pass, and they just whistled that dead. That's interesting. So they went ahead and moved the ball back to the 41. So they're going to say it was a backwards pass. And there was no tackle. I don't know. That's weird. 2nd and 16 at the 41. So Young going to be in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, tight ends in tight. As Young drops back, looking over the middle, throws. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Evans over the middle. Unable to connect there. As it'll be 3rd and 17. And now if you're the Panthers, you're pretty upset. Like, well, you called an incomplete pass, so why are we being penalized for that? That's interesting. 3rd and long. Do another game? Yes, sir, you know it. I'll be here for the night game. Seattle and San Francisco. They need to get to the 24 for a brand new set of downs. They're at the 41. Young in the gun. He drops back. Looking over the middle. Steps up, dumps it off. It's caught the 39. Hubbard slipping and sliding at the 36-yard line for a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 4th and long once again. And so it'll be a 54-yard field goal. I don't know if they really try that. And again, I don't know how the field conditions are. Again, it's been a lot of rain. Looks like they're going to give it a shot. Maybe I'm just thinking that fields aren't as, I don't know. This will be interesting. Again, a 54-yard attempt from the left hash. This is interesting. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is up, and it is no good. He's short. Fitzgerald was short. Again, that was just a low line drive that was hooking left. Looking like some of my golf drives from years ago. And Young is not happy. Young is letting the official know about it. Yeah, he's chewing out the official for whistling it dead. And honestly, Young has a great, it's completely. The plant foot slipping. 13-7 is your score. Tampa Bay will have the ball. All right, what did I miss here? College school is required to have a boys, girls basketball team. Okay, I did not know that. That backwards pass. Yeah, I know. Dumb not to run with it. Well, it was whistled dead. Try it. Picky with a lot of, but it's not bad. Ranch compliments the Philly steak. Okay, interesting. You joined back to Ranch. You were talking, Draven, you got the chat going about Ranch. Is it a dropped backwards pass fumble? Yes, but the official whistled it dead. Try the kick in the weather. Yeah, no, it's just not happening. Boxing versus figure skating event horizon. Are you talking about boxing, like people on figure skates and they're boxing? That would be interesting. Do you play Wordle? I played it for like a few days and then I stopped. I don't know. It's all right. It's neat. Works the brain a little bit. Just forgot about it, essentially. And, yep. So, yeah, that was weird. Again, Bryce Young was pretty upset with the official because, Dowdle, in theory, could have kept going. But, again, I think he kind of stopped because of the ref blowing it dead. So he has a clear, he definitely has every right to be upset. Goku, how's it going, man? Good to see you. One of my first memories was watching OJ running wild on everyone else. In snow, you could barely see. The weather was so bad, but I was like 6 or 8 years old. It seems pretty cool. Again, just weather games are awesome. They are. And, again, they are being slowly taken away with all these stadiums, with the domes, essentially. Again, Cleveland going to be in a dome. Kansas City. It's ridiculous. You're taking away your home field advantage. What little home field advantage you had in Cleveland is gone. You really should be kicked out of the AFC North for being in a dome, honestly. Let's see here. Football isn't as rough as it was in the past. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Again, football is just changing. It's changing for the worse. 1st and 10 at the 44. Baker under center as he takes the snap, hands it off up the gut. This is Bucky crossing the 45, tackled at the 48-yard line for a gain of 4. That was Bucky's 15th carry of the game as they've been giving him the rock. Not really averaging a lot, but again, the conditions aren't the greatest. But to be honest, he hasn't really had the best year himself. Again, he's been battling injuries, averaging about 3.5 yards a carry today. Snow games were iconic. Yep. 2nd and 6. Ball at the 48. Baker under center. 2 receivers right. 1 receiver to the left as he sends a man in motion and takes a snap. Mayfield, play action. Steps up, and he is going down. That's a sack. Merrig with the sack. Again, he's a safety, so he was coming in. Actually, he was playing up. He was playing in the box, and Bucky just couldn't block him. That's a loss of 4. 3rd and 10 coming up for Tampa Bay. Boxing on figure skates is called hockey. Oh, okay. Okay, I just completely missed it. 3rd and 10. They need to get to the 46 for a brand new set of downs. As Mayfield going to be in the shotgun, chips the right, 1 receiver to the left. As Mayfield drops back, looking, throws over the middle. It's caught at the 50. And then he's still fighting, but then Auden is tackled at the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 8, but that's going to be short of the line to gain. And we'll see what Tampa Bay wants to do. Looks like they're going to huddle up at least and talk about it. Boxing figure skates called hockey. Son Zachary. So I'm wanting him to figure skates. He wanted to play hockey. I thought both. And he said he had to do figure skating 1 year. Okay, 1 year with hockey. That's neat. 4th and 2 at the 48. Need to get to the 46 for a brand new set of downs. Mayfield in the gun. And looks like the play clock is going to hit 0, and they're going to punt. Just trying to get him to jump. I feel like it's kind of obvious what teams are trying to do now. I mean, I don't know. I feel like not many people jumping. And when you do see it, it's like, oh, what an idiot, you know. But yeah, for the most part, pretty good. Caesars Superdome. Yep. First time ever that me and Chris have rooted for the same team. There we go. It happens. It does seem like, yeah, you guys are always on the opposite. Who you rooting for in Ravens, Steelers? He's got to be pulling for the Steelers, you know. It's got to be. And again, Riley Dixon will be punting for Tampa Bay. Trevor Etienne back to return. There's the snap, and here is the punt. Booted away. Fair catch signal made at the 6. That is where Carolina will begin their drive with 8:08 left to go in the third quarter. Again, Tampa Bay leading 13-7. NFC South essentially on the line. Again, Panthers win and you're in. Tampa Bay win and need some help tomorrow. Wouldn't you rather have athletes playing at their best over, not because of weather? I say play in the weather, Randy. I want to see weather in football. You root for Rodgers. There we go. Bucky is supposed to be the guy to get the Bucs back into the Super Bowl. He's not looking like it this game. He's not. Definitely struggled. Again, he struggled all year. He's been injured. Ravens should win, though. NFL wants money, and Lamar brings the money. I don't know. I think there's more Steeler fans than Ravens fans there, Goku. After the Ravens made the Packers last game, I want to see them get embarrassed. There we go. Hoping my Niners can lock up the 1 seed tonight. We'll see, Jack. It's going to be a good game for sure. Goku with the Panthers and Seahawks. Again, if you remember, let me know who you think, who you're pulling for. Of course, we do have that, and of course, later we'll have the... Yeah, for some reason, I couldn't get a current Seahawks logo. I had to get a traditional one. I'm fine with that. I like their traditional colors and logo. Texans instead of the Ravens. Actually, I don't even know how that went, to be honest with you. I can't recall. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. While, of course, I call the game. Calling the game will, of course, take priority, as that's why you're here. But, yeah, of course, again, chatting with the commenters with the chat is a huge part of the channel. And, of course, again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Again, we just crossed 5,000. I mean, that is crazy. We just crossed, again, we crossed 3,000 3 weeks ago. I can't believe what has happened in the last few days. Last few weeks, we've had some pretty cool moments here on the channel. So thank you again for tuning in as always. And again, if you do like it, make sure again to subscribe to the channel. It is free. Think of it more as a follow, not an actual subscription. So we're back here as it's going to be 1st and 10 for Carolina. They'll be at their own 7. As there's really been nothing doing here to begin the third quarter. Both rooting for the Seahawks. Interesting. 1st and 10 for Bryce Young and the Panthers. As Young's going to be under center. Receiver to the right, receiver to the left. Hubbard in the backfield. As he sends a man in motion, he hands it off up the gut to Hubbard. And Hubbard is going to be devoured in the backfield. Nothing doing there. That's a loss of 1. Haven't really had much success running the ball. Hubbard, 3 carries, 2 yards. Dowdle, 6 carries, 10 yards. What games are streaming tomorrow depends on this game, actually. This game will have influence on the first game tomorrow. So, if the Buccaneers win, I will cover New Orleans and Atlanta. If they lose, Panthers win, then I actually don't really know. But I will cover something, though, for sure. 2nd 11 at the 6. As Young lifts the leg, takes the snap, drops back, looking over the middle, throws to his right. It is a diving catch caught by 10, and then he's touched down at the 4. Winfield saying that he did not secure the catch. There is a flag. And the game in the afternoon. Right now, Miami and New England, but I don't know. I originally wanted to do Detroit, Chicago. We'll see. Apparently illegal contact on Tampa Bay, and that's going to be a first down for Carolina. Vontae David, the guilty party. If they tied, they most no. Carolina would win. Carolina has the better record. See, Doctor wearing his Stafford jersey at Cefco. Yep, definitely didn't happen. Was not at a Cefco. Not wearing a Stafford jersey at any point in time in my life. Actually, 1st and 10 at the 11. As Young's going to be in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends in tight to the right, sending a tight end in motion. As Young takes the snap, drops back, looking to his left, throws it, is caught at the 16, cuts inside, he's at the 20, and is going to be ripped down at the 24-yard line. That's a nice catch and run, and that is a Carolina Panther first down. Mr. Dr. Delay. How's it going, Timothy? Appreciate it. Just don't want the Niners to win because what they did to your Bears. Oh, I got you. You hope Caleb gets those 270? Yeah, I guess so. Need 17 games to do it, but yeah, I guess so. 1st and 10. As they're at the 24 in the shotgun. Setting a man in motion. Young hands it off to Hubbard. Hubbard at the 25 and squeezing forward to the 29 for a gain of 5. Probably their longest run of the day, or what it seems like. Again, Carolina has had a rough time running the ball. Really rough time. Sweet home Carolina. Appreciate you, Steve, for tuning in. Bears need the second seed because I'd rather play Green Bay than the Seahawks. Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah. 2nd and 5 at the 38. As Young is under center, receiver left, receiver to the right. As Young hands it off up the middle of Hubbard. Hubbard crossing the 30 and tackled at the 30. Wow, there's some pushing and shoving. And the Panther helmet goes flying. But there's no flag. That's interesting. No flag despite a helmet rolling and just being launched about 10, 15 yards. Be the first Bears quarterback to reach 4K yard. Yeah. Yep. 17 games, though. Put an asterisk on it. Put an asterisk. 3rd and 2. Young going to be in the shotgun. Trips the right to one receiver to the left. Young lifting the leg. Takes the snap once again. Takes the snap. Moving to his right. Throwing over the middle. It is caught at the 45, the 40. Brought down at the 37-yard line. Huge play. That's a gain of about 31 yards. And that is a Carolina Panther first down. That was McMillan on the catch. Oh, he shoved a guy. There's a flag. Oh, wow. It's going to be pass interference. Orlovsky can't believe it. Orlovsky, I guess he's calling the game, or, he's the analyst guy. McMillan kind of shoving there the corner, and Orlovsky can't believe it. But that was a shove. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. Going to be 3rd and 12, so that wipes away the huge play. As they'll be at their own 21. They need to get to the 34. So 3rd and 13. Young going to be in the shotgun. Trips the right to one receiver to the left. Young takes snap, drops back. He's looking. Young moving to his left, moving backwards, throws it out of bounds, incomplete. Oh, and the penalty, and it's a devastating penalty for the Panthers. Again, a huge play wiped away by the offensive pass interference. McMillan, he's on the sideline. He can't believe it still, as Carolina will have to punt. Are these refs under the ref influence that his helmet went flying? It did. This way we're going to delay. There will be 20 games a year in a decade. It'll be pretty disgusting. I hate that. It should go back to 16. They're not going to dare take away a game, as there is the punt. And that'll be fair caught at the 31. That is where Tampa Bay will take over with 4:30 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Bad call. Yeah, it was, It was, interesting. He did kind of shove, though. I don't know. See you on the playoffs. Well, that's the thing with division games, man. It can go either way. Doesn't matter how it went. Usually, again, those are pretty good. Usually. Last year, Steelers-Ravens, though, wasn't. That was pretty terrible. That was pretty disgusting, actually. That was pretty terrible. Terrible offensive PI call. I imagine the Panthers supporters won't like it. You know, again, I saw the shove. I don't know. He did extend. I mean, I would lean like, yeah, that's OPI. And again, that's something that's not really called enough, in my opinion. But you have seen a lot worse not called. That's the thing. Another reason why they're 17 is because of money. Yep. Play split squad games like spring training. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a shame. 16 was perfect. They had it perfect. And, you know, again, they just want more money. So, yeah. And, of course, again, you're kind of seeing, I don't know. I feel like there's just not as much drama in Week 18. I just feel like it's, again, you have this game. You have tonight's game. You have the Sunday night game. But there's really not much excitement happening during the day tomorrow. Yeah, you'll see seeds go up and down, but there's no one fighting for the wild card. All the wild cards have clinched. And I don't know. I just feel like since they added the 17th game, there really hasn't been many exciting finishes to Week 18. So I think that's very disappointing. You know, I think that's very disappointing, and I think this is one of the outcomes of that. Should go back to 14. No, I'm good. 14, no bueno. It was 14. It was 4. Yes, it was 14 in the for a long time. But I think 16. I think they got it right with 16. Monday and Tuesday, all the talk was how bad the Brown Steelers. Oh yeah, I don't know. Jim pulling for the Patriots. Appreciate you, Jim, for tuning in. But yeah, no, I'm a receivers have to create separation. That doesn't mean you have to push a guy. No, you got separation. You create separation with your legs and your feet. You don't use your arms. No, you can't. No, you can't say that. Come on, refs. At least take the Panthers on a date. Oh, this guy. 14 is what teams used to play in the 60s. It was 16 my whole childhood. 16 started, I think, in 77 or 78. As it's 1st and 10 at the 31. Mayfield going to be under center. Receivers to the left, receiver to the right. As Mayfield, play action, throws to his left. It's caught. He's at the 35, the 40, and that's where he's pushed down to bounds. Going to mark him back, actually, at the 39, but that's Emeka Egbuka with the catch and run there. Gain of 8. Are the Steelers ready for Lamar and the crew? I hope so. Money is why the baseball season is like 8 months as well. Yeah. 162 games. 2nd and 2. And they might, I don't know, they've been talking about reducing the season. 2nd and 2 at the 39 as Baker is under center. And he takes the snap, hands it off up the gut. This is Bucky crossing the 40. And is going to be pushed back. But I believe he did get the 41. He did. I'm going to say he got to the 42. And that is another Tampa Bay Buccaneer first down. So 1st and 10 for the Bucs. 3:35 and counting here in the third quarter. Again, it's 13-7. Not much action happening in this third quarter. As the first two quarters, again, saw kind of Tampa Bay looking really good, leading 10-0. Carolina looking good in the second. Nobody really has looked that great here in the third. As Mayfield under center takes the snap and hands it off up the gut. This is Irving. Irving at the 45 and tripped up at the 48. As that's a gain of 5 for Bucky. Now at 17 carries, 62 yards. 78, yeah. 14 games, 6 preseason. Yeah, that is terrible. I could never do 6 preseason. I don't know why that was ever a thing. Baseball, though, you're playing 4 to 7 games a week. Football is only 1 game per week. Yep. 17 games are too much. Yeah, no, I think 17 is just not ideal. It needs to be 16 as Mayfield hands it off up the gut. Bucky still trying to move his feet and is going to be whistled dead at the 50 for a gain of 2. They really, they had it. They had it perfect. But, you know, I don't know. Might feel a little bit different if they moved to 18, but again, I don't know. I don't think adding more is the solution as he hands it off up the gut. He's got the first down as he's tackled at the 48, but that's all he needed. That's another Tampa Bay Buccaneer first down. Should have stayed with your Bucks. When the league expanded from 28 to 32, the games went from 14 to 16. No, that is incorrect. I mean, they still had 20. I mean, they were playing with 28 in 96 or 95 or something like that. They had 16. They expanded. Yeah, in 78 is when they had 16. Again, the Panthers weren't a thing yet. The Jaguars weren't a thing yet. The Ravens, which they were the Browns. The Texans, Mayfield, play action, dropping back. He's shrugging off defenders, moving in the pocket, moving to his left. Mayfield throws it down the side. It is incomplete off the defender's back. The receiver fell down. There's a flag. Maybe he was pushed down. We'll get to see it on the replay. I imagine Canales is pretty upset. Pass interference. Wow, no discussion. That is going to be a first down for Tampa Bay. I'd like to see the replay. Let's see here. Tampa Bay. Here's Mayfield. He's throwing it down. Oh, my goodness. Incidental contact. The feet were tripped up. Oh, man. I think that's a pretty bad call. But Tampa Bay looking to take advantage. They'll have it first and 10 to 35. Carolina fans probably not happy with the OPI going against them now. The DPI going against the Panthers. First and 10 for Baker and the Bucks. He hands it off up the middle. This is Tucker, and Tucker is driven backwards for a loss of 1. Top players. Yeah, they make a lot. Jared Jones come back here. Hope so. Yeah, 6 preseason. It's crazy. Remember delay. In the 70s, football was mostly part-time. Folks had jobs. January to June need more preseason games to get ready. I guess so. That's fair. Yeah, the wages weren't the same back then. Not even close. That is fair. That is fair. 2nd and 11. Mayfield going to be in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Sending a man in motion as Baker is going to hand it off to Tucker up the gut, crossing the 35, but is bottled up at the 34. Not much room to work with for Tucker, as that will most likely be the final play of the third quarter. 25 seconds and counting. Let's see here. Let's go. Yeah, that was pretty bad call there. Just go to 20 games and no preseason games. 6 in division, 8 conference games, and 4 cross conference. Oh man. Let's see here. The ref crew horrible. Yeah, I mean they have missed a lot of calls again for both ways. But recently, it does feel like the Bucs are getting the calls as of, again, the end of the third quarter. And that is the end of the third quarter. 13-7, Tampa Bay over Carolina. Of course, 1 more quarter left to go. What has been the viewership on the streaming games this year? I actually don't know. If you're talking about the NFL streaming, I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you, Dwight. We all know the refs. Yep, refs definitely have some influence. Which New York mobster paid off the refs? Come on, 5 families. Didn't you learn not to ruin our sports with the NBA? Yeah. However, you're talking about playoff expansion. When did it go to 7 teams? Yeah, that was also, again, that was recent. That, I believe, happened in 2020? So I know the NFL went to 17 in 17 regular season games in I believe it was 2020. Yeah, they went to 17 regular season games in 2021, but playoffs, hold on. So yeah, the 2020 season, that's when it expanded to 7. So January 2021. Yeah, again, I don't like that either. That's also another change that I think did not really go well. I think 6 was fine. 6 again, yeah. Yep, maybe again, maybe I'm going to be like the guys that like 14 games in a few years. Like, well, it's just better back then, I don't know. But I don't know. I think they really had a good system, and I think they're just ruining it. It was neat in the 70s. The star you rooted for might be your car salesman, insurance salesman, accountant. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Owners would like 18. Yeah, for sure. 18 is definitely coming. They're never going to go back to 16, no matter how great it was. 2032, not 2021. Did I say 2032? I don't think I did. Playoffs. Are you talking about 2032 is when they're going to expand? I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like they're going to try to expand as soon as possible, to be honest. Playoffs. How's it going, Nash? Good to see you. 18 games would mean 2 preseason. Yep. Bucks are getting... So are you talking about bailed? It's been interesting. Been an interesting game here. 3rd and 8 as they're at the 33. Baker in the shotgun. They need to get to the 25 for a brand new set of downs. As he sends a man in motion, trips to the right to one receiver to the left. He takes a snap, drops back. Baker pump fakes. Steps up, moving to his right. Now moving to his left. Baker's going to run and is going to meet a linebacker as he plows over Roseboom. I'm sure Baker's going to let him know about it, as that's a gain of about 2. So 4th down coming up. A field goal would put him up by 3, but again, the conditions to kick aren't exactly ideal. Doesn't look like it's really raining, though. I can't really tell, but I'm not seeing much more rain. This would be a 48-yard attempt from the left hash. And again, this would make it a 2-score game. There is the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up, and it is good. 16-7, 14-12 left to go in the 4th quarter. They will step away. I, of course, will be right here. They got tired of the AFC North having 3 teams in the playoffs. I guess so. Yeah. Thanks. I thought I was losing my mind. Top 2 teams get a bye. Yep, used to be, but they got rid of that. Remember the 2020 season? It was the 20th year of the Cowboys not making the Super Bowl. That is tough. Injuries will compound with 18 seasons. I agree, Dwight. I'm not saying, again, I want 16. I want it to go backwards, but they're not going to take away games. They're going to just go up. 18 games also change the dynamics of who you play. And with 36 teams, it would just be insane, yeah. It would be pretty crazy. NFLPA will fight to keep it at 17. They're gonna probably just throw, hey, more money. And that's usually how it goes. That's how it got past them the first time with 17. Let's be lucky. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely happy to have football, of course. But, saying that the product is what it was, a few years ago, even then, it's definitely disappointing. Hopefully Bryce throws for his 4th comeback. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, no spoilers. Sorry. Again, sometimes I'm a little behind. That's just the way it goes. Nothing like spoiling. Yeah. I don't know. It's just something people like doing. It's like, oh, yeah, I see what happened on my screen. I have to let everybody else know first. It's like, okay, thanks. So I wonder. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know. I never understood that. Never done it. Never understood it. But people do it. It's just, it'll happen. It happens almost in every stream. Panthers got to make the magic happen. Yep, they do. 18 games, 2 bye week. I think that's what they do. I think when they expand 18, they will add another bye week, which will help out with the injuries and stuff like that. But it's still not something I'm looking forward to for sure. What's up, Dr. Lay? Sorry, you're good, man. Good afternoon. Appreciate you, Orioles fan, for tuning in. With expansion, who will get international ownership? I don't know. I'm thinking it looks like they're really trying Europe, which I don't know why anyone would want to be drafted by a Europe team. But, yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be. How's it going, Orville? Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. 18-game season would make 1,000-yard seasons mostly meaningless and 3,000 passing yards at most meaningless and 4,000 meaningless. Yeah, no. I mean, it already is. 1,000-yard season now, it's not a big deal. It's like 50-something yards a game. And then again, 4,000. People can't even reach 4,000, apparently. It's still too hard. It's still too hard. Again, the game really hasn't advanced. It's kind of devolving. As there is the kickoff, and that is going to be booted into the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers will take over at the 35-yard line. Canada or Mexico? First, probably Toronto, if I had to guess. It's been a fun game. It's been a neat game. A lot of, third quarter was kind of slow. Hopefully it'll pick up here. Players aren't yep, they are not robots. They will get hurt. Germany loves American. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see it working. I mean, the travel for one. I mean, that's going to be that'll be brutal. 1st and 10 for Carolina as they're at the 35. Young is going to be in the pistol. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to left, sending a man in motion from right to left as Young fakes the pitch. Heavy pressure. It is dumped off. He's at the 35 and tackled at the 38-yard line for a gain of 3. That was Jalen Coker with the 3-yard catch. So again, Carolina finding themselves down by 9. And again, it's still not, even if they were to lose this game, they still have a chance tomorrow, as an Atlanta victory would eliminate the Buccaneers and, of course, put the Panthers in the playoffs. 2nd and 7 at the 38 as Young takes the snap, drops back. He swings it out. It's caught by Dowdle. Dowdle at the 35, 40, 45. Down the right side at the 50. Cuts in at the 40. And is ripped down at the 38-yard line. Huge play. Gain of 25 on the screen. And that's a Carolina Panther first down. Huge play. What you call for this game? I still think it could go either way. I really do. Massive bye weeks, 12 at a time, yeah. People play in Europe and Canada leagues now. If you have a good team, kids will want to be drafted there, especially in Ireland, Amsterdam. I just don't see it. I guess I respectfully disagree. I don't see it. 1st and 10 as Young throws to his right. It's caught at the 32 and pushed out of bounds. That was Leggett with the catch, his first of the day. So a gain of 5. Is the NFL seriously considering having players in the U.S. drafted Europe teams? At that point, let colleges from Europe participate in college football. Yeah, I just don't see it. Travel in Europe would be brutal. They're closer to each other than the Rams. No, I'm talking about Europe and playing it again with America. That's the whole thing. It would expand to Europe, traveling to the United States every week, And again, having NFL players be drafted and living in Europe, I think it would just wouldn't be ideal. 2nd and 5 at the 32 as Young, play action, drops back, way back, throws, incomplete. As he was under heavy pressure. Dennis on the pressure there. As it'll be 3rd and 5. Stopping the clock, though, at 12 minutes and counting. Again, the clock now kind of a factor. Pizza, for sure. You're happy the Bucs are winning, you're going to cry over your decision. That is tough. 3rd and 5. They need to get to the 27 for a brand new set of downs as the Tampa Bay crowd is getting a little bit loud in Tampa. Young in the gun. He lifts the leg, takes a snap, play action, rolling to his left. Young steps up, throws. It is caught at the 20, and he is tackled immediately. Getz, though, is staying down. Now he's going to get up, but he's going to hobble off the field. But that was a good catch there. Gain of 12, and that's a Carolina Panther. First down. Pizza hands down, yep. Pop-Tart, oh my gosh. Pop-Tarts always are here. 1st and 10 for the Panthers as they are in the red zone. They're at the 20. Kind of pizza? Pepperoni. Except my new magic formula that I like now. 1st and 10, hands it off. Oh, it's a flea flicker. He tosses it back to Young. Young fumbles it. And it is, I believe, recovered by Tampa Bay. They tried the flea flicker. Dowdle was slipping as he was trying to toss it back. That was just an interesting play call for the Panthers. A flea flicker in the red zone. I don't know if I've ever actually seen that happen. And again, a fumble recovered by Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay will have it with 11:07 left to go. Oh, my goodness. As Tampa Bay, again, celebrating in the end zone. Meat lovers pretty good. Europe expansion will have to be its own conference, just like AFC West. Imagine how brutal it is Miami to fly to Seattle when they're closer to Spain. I mean, again, I just disagree, obviously. I mean, it would just be, again, every week. Every week. Again, it's just a whole different culture. You're having different cultures everywhere. It's just not a good fit. NFL Europe, I think, is, or, you know, if we expand to Europe, I just believe it's going to be wrong. I think that would be the wrong decision. Fumble, yep. Bryce Young won. Yeah, no, he kind of made it, honestly. Yeah, he had a chance to get on the ball. He kind of looked like Cam. I'm not going to lie. That was good. Yeah, Chris, I agree. He had a chance to get on it. You blame Gino for sure. Meat lovers with strawberry Pop-Tart. Oh, my gosh. What are we talking about now? Meat lovers Pop-Tarts? I don't think he was expecting it. Probably wasn't, but again, you got to hop on the ball. Dumb call after moving the ball, yeah. That was just not ideal. Again, I don't know. A flea flicker in the red zone. I don't know if I've really seen that before. And that might be the last time I've seen it. Chicken Pop-Tarts? I mean, are we talking about Pop-Tarts or pizza still? Why not Canada and Mexico first? Well, the reason I would say no to that, I'm not saying that I don't think it would happen or whatnot, but the NFL is really pushing football in Europe, so I really think they're trying to invest over there. I really do. I personally don't think they should invest internationally at all. I think, again, I mean, again, it's going to sound crazy. I think it's America's game. I think it's America's game. I think it should stay in America. I mean, if you want to do one game a year abroad, fine. But again, you take away revenue from the teams that don't host the games. You take away revenue from the cities in America. And again, I'm an American guy, I guess. You know, I prefer things to stay here. And again, you compare football. You put football in Europe. Football's it's never at any point going to be above soccer. Same thing with Mexico. And in Canada, they would prefer to play hockey. So it's never going to be number one in the countries. Mayfield hands it off. This is Bucky down the left side. He's crossing the 30 and tripped up at the 32-yard line for a gain of 3. They're going to give him 4, actually, as he's tackled at the 33, apparently. That's just me. Again, I understand everyone's going to have a different opinion. But it just makes no sense to me. I guess I don't see the big picture. 2nd and 6 at the 33. As, again, the Buccaneers have a 2-score lead with 10:35 and counting. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. As Baker, again, is under center, receiver left, receiver to the right. Sending a man in motion. He hands it off, rolling to his right. Baker throws to his right. It is caught at the 45 and is lowering the shoulder and is pushed down to bounds at the 50-yard line. Big play, gain of 17, and that is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer first down. Canada already has a football league with the Grey Cup. I don't think they would it's the CFL. So there's that as well. NFL is an American game. That's how I see it. Mexico Avocados, is that the name? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think they would be called. I think they would probably be named after the city they're in. Interesting. 1st and 10 at the 50. Baker in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right as Baker hands it off. Down the right side, this is Bucky. Bucky spinning forward and tackled at the 47 for a gain of 3. Bucky with 21 carries on the day. He's got his fair share of carries, 73 yards. I believe that's about 3.5 yards a carry. What are you going to eat for the second game? I'll eat after. I don't know what it would be. We are so cooked. Sorry, Astral. Darren Orlowski is the worst commentator. I wonder if he's wearing the Panthers. He's been pulling for Carolina. Yes, you are correct. He's pulling for Carolina, pretty open about it. I don't know what Tampa Bay did to him. 2nd and 7, Baker in the gun as he drops back, looking to his left, throws over the middle. It's caught at the 42. Godwin fighting for the first down, and he does. as he's tackled at the 40. That's a gain of 8, and that is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer first down. Mexico loves soccer. They do. They do. From Scotland, it's called American football all over Europe. So what would they call it then? Yeah, exactly. Again, appreciate you, Kevin, for tuning in from Scotland. 1st and 10. Favorite doctor's doing all right, Ben. Good to see you. The troll of chat sports in the building. As Mayfield hands it off up the gut. This is White, and Rachaad White's going to be tackled after a gain of 2, brought down at the 38. Again, if you're Carolina, you need the ball back. Got to hold them to 3 at this point. Again, you're not in field goal territory. We already got to mentally prepare for 3. Even if Tampa Bay wins there, they need the Falcons to lose. Yep. The refs are not good. I would agree with that. The refs have been pretty bad for years, though. Who's playing the next game? Seattle and San Francisco. 2nd and 8. Ball at the 38. As Mayfield in the pistol, sending a man in motion, and he, play action, swings it out. It's caught by Otten. Otten at the 35, the 30, 25, and that's where he's tackled, but a huge play of 12. And that's another Tampa Bay Buccaneers first down, 7:30 and counting, 7:23 to be exact. As Tampa Bay is just moving and grooving down the field. Down with Chat Sports, you know it. Sounds good, Andy. Again, I don't think I've ever had Filipino food, but sounds neat. 1st and 10 at the 25. Baker is under center. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. Baker sends another man in motion. That is Godwin. And he takes a snap, and there's a flag. So that's going to be a false start. Most likely it will be. That'll back him up 5. Nowhere near enough people interested in NFL in Europe about all the money for sure. And again, yeah, I mean, I think, again, they always make a big deal. Oh, it's a sellout crowd. Well, let's go ahead and do 17 games of that. Do you really think, again, people would sell out 17 games over there? I mean, again, they sell out because, it's happening once in our city. You know, except London, it happens, I guess, a few times. But yeah, no, that's again overstated just to kind of get you to believe that it's really popular over there. When again, it would not even crack their top 5 sports over there. I guarantee it. 1st and 15 at the 30 as Mayfield hands it off up the gut. This is White cutting inside the 25 and brought down at the 23 for a gain of 7. How many dome stadiums? I don't know. Feels like more. It feels like the majority, but I think it's probably less, to be honest with you. Maybe a little less than half. I don't know. I'll have to count them. Play for NFL Europe. I love the cold, and you bring it home. All right. Bryce Young really pulled a Cam Newton. Seemed like it. 2nd and 8 for Tampa Bay as they're at the 23. Mayfield under center, sending a man in motion. As Mayfield hands it off up the gut. This is White dancing around, leaning forward, and the pile will stop at the 20 as that's a gain of 5. 3rd and 5 coming up. 6 minutes and counting. Time to be a Falcons fan. Oh, man. Tampa Bay has to win to set up the Falcons. Saints. Yep, that is true. The Moscow Muckers. This guy. Bucks need to keep the ball the rest of the quarter. Not going to be able to. They're too close, but they can. They are draining clock here. They are. They had a face mask and everything. Didn't call it. Yeah, no. This game again, interestingly officiated for sure. I will say that again on both sides, but lately it has looked towards Tampa Bay as Baker drops back. He steps up, spinning around in the backfield. Mayfield moving to his right, pump faking. He's still moving. Mayfield throws, caught at the 16. I don't think he's going to get the first down. Oh, man, that's a great effort by Mayfield. Great catch on the sideline, too. That was Kate Otten with the catch, and that'll be 4th and 1, and this will be an interesting decision. That was pretty neat. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe his foot stepped out prior. I don't know. I don't know if they would really. No, it's foot kept in. That is so close. Here's the actual camera that they should have shown. I think that's out of bounds. Carolina should challenge. Carolina should challenge, and they are. They're going to challenge. Tampa Bay took their time. And, of course, again, that would put more time on the clock, too. We're at 4:39. That's going to put way more time. That's a good challenge by Carolina. I think they're going to win. Win the challenge, essentially. One dome stadium is too many. There we go. Falcons Super Bowl. Not this year. Oh, there's Ty to the Natty. Good to see you, buddy. Sorry about your team, but I know you were talking a lot of noise. Would it sell out there? Does SoFi ever sell out? Every Rams game looks empty. Well, again, that's Los Angeles. That's Los Angeles. Los Angeles has moved out plenty of times. They shouldn't even be in Los Angeles. A lot of NFL fans criticize the move to Los Angeles because because they don't care about football in Los Angeles. They should have stayed in St. Louis, the Rams. Again, San Diego, I get it, but again, I prefer them in San Diego. So no, I think that's a little. I would again, yeah. Los Angeles, they should not have a team in Los Angeles. They really want it, but it just doesn't happen. Easy schedules, probably a lot more to be honest. But to be honest, the NFL is just not as good. Not really great. There's really no single great team this year. NFL football, yep. Out of bounds. That's what I'm thinking. The Greenland Gremlins, this guy. What's up, guys? How's it going? KC? Good to see you, man. You going to the Steelers? Am I going to the Steelers? Me? No. I don't think I'll ever. It would be pretty cool to work for the Steelers. Wouldn't deny that, but I don't have the credentials. I don't have what they're looking for. Though I think I'd be a great GM. I really would. Great owner. I would be a great owner, but I, can't hire me to be an owner. I don't have the money to buy the team. Never will, most likely. That's a lot of money. Tom Brady benefited. Yeah, he did. Yeah, not really. Again, the Jets were good for a few years there. But, yeah, for the most part, the Bills and Dolphins were pretty bad for the most part. So, yeah, like I said, again, I think the NFL or the playoffs this year is going to be pretty wide open. I don't really think there's a single great team. I think every team is beatable. And I think that's something that is a nice change of pace, considering we've had the Chiefs in the playoffs the, last few years. They've been the team and all that. So I think this will be a pretty exciting playoffs. I do agree. It would be better to have the Steelers in it, but I don't know if they really want it. Grossi I'm assuming the Steelers. I'm the Grossi now. Tree's the top guy. Tree's the top guy for the Steelers on YouTube. I am still a newcomer. 38-yard attempt from the right hash. McLaughlin, the snap, the hold, the kick. It is. Oh, it's blocked! It's blocked! And it's going to be probably down in the end zone. So there you go. Interesting. Down in the end zone. So Carolina will take over. I guess at the 20. Wow. Well, again, it's not over yet. Again, it's still a 2-score game, but that could be what they needed for momentum. Play the lottery? Yeah, I'm good. It won't go to me. They care about football when the Raiders were there. You're right, though. There should not be a team in the L.A. They should get those teams out of the market. Yeah. Who's going to win this? Right now it's looking like Tampa Bay, but you never know. He can be part owner. There's still a chance. Yeah, there's still a chance of this for sure. Would I ever want to coach the Steelers? Definitely not qualified to coach the Steelers. But, again, I've won as many playoff games in the last 8 years as Tomlin has. So, if I were coaching the Steelers the last 8 years, you wouldn't have really seen much of a difference. We would have probably better draft picks. I don't know. Part of me, there's the massive ego of me, I guess, that thinks I could probably win one playoff game. With those players, I think I could. I honestly believe I could. It's not that hard. 1st and 10. Young in the shotgun. Trips the right, one receiver to the left. Again, if I don't, then I win the same as Tomlin. So there's my argument. Anyway, Young in the gun. Lifts the leg. Takes the snap. Drops back. Looking to his right. Throws. Caught across the 30 and tackled immediately at the 33. So that's a gain of 5. That's true. Los Angeles did like the Raiders, but they were just more of an Oakland team. Yeah. They just belonged in Oakland. 2nd and 5 at the 33. Young in the shotgun, trips left, one receiver to the right. Young switching it up at the line as he lifts the leg and takes a snap, drops back, looking over the middle, steps up, moving to his left, throws. It is caught at the 48 and is pushed out of bounds at the 49-yard line, gain of 16. That's a Carolina Panthers first down. Huge play there. That was trembling down the field. And he was hit late, too, as the Tampa Bay defender got really lucky. That wasn't a 15, but a 1st and 10 for Carolina as the referees are coming in. Referees replacing the ball at the 50. Here's squad now not qualified. Again, he coached for many, many years for sure before becoming the Steelers coach. Again, I'm happy we hired him, but he's just stayed too long. It happens. It happens. 1st and 10, Young in the gun, trips the right, one receiver to the left. As Young takes the snap, drops back, and he swings it out. It's caught by Dowdle, and Dowdle's tackled in the backfield. It's a loss of 5. Moving backwards as the Buccaneers, they sniffed out the screen. Vita Vea leading the charge there. 4:20 and counting. Carolina, again, they are running out of time. You'll coach the Steelers VGM? All right, sounds like a deal to me. 2nd and 15. Young in the shotgun. Trips to the right. Two receivers to the left. As Young, false start on the quarterback. They didn't call it. Young drops back. He's moving, spinning out of the pocket. Throws down the left sideline. It is incomplete. Winfield can't believe there is no false start. Again, Young kind of tripped when he was back there. That's interesting. 3rd and 15 coming up. 3:55 to go. Steelers should win tomorrow. You know the Ravens won't use King Henry. I hope so, Jay. I don't know. I think they are. Bryce is clutch. We'll see. How's it going, Shane? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. So 3 timeouts and 2 in a warning. Yeah, it is winnable for sure. 3rd and 15. Again, they need to get to the 40 for a brand new set of downs. Young drops back. They're only sending 4. Throws over the middle. It's caught at the 50 and is blown up at the 48. That was a huge hit there on Tremaine. So 4th and 8. And this isn't the ball game, but this definitely would hurt the Panthers for sure if you don't get this. They need to get to the 40 for a brand new set of downs, 3:30 and counting. Young is in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Changing the play or changing the protection. Young takes the snap, drops back. They're sending the blitz. Young just heaves it up in the air. He's got a guy caught at the 10 and tackled at the 7-yard line. McMillan with the play, 40 yards. McMillan just breaking free down the field. That is a Carolina Panther first down. The double move. So 1st and goal for Carolina. They're at the 8. Young in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side. As Young lifts the leg, takes the snap, drops back, looking over the middle. Young looking, backpedaling, throwing it out of the end zone. Incomplete. Hire Debo to be linebacker coach. Oh, you know it. You know it. Second and goal. McMillan crossing 1,000 yards, by the way, on that catch. Young in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. As Young lifts the leg. Changing it up now. And Clappin takes the snap, drops back. They're sending the blitz again. He throws to the corner of the end zone. It is, what a catch! Touchdown, Carolina Panthers! And the touchdown turkey, really love that catch. That was a great catch. Jalen Coker going up and grabbing it. A contested catch. I mean, that was as great coverage as you could possibly have if you're Morrison there for the Bucs, but a great catch by Coker. Bring it down, making it a one-score game, and this game is definitely not over now. What's the spread? 3. Sorry for spamming. You're good, Jonah. Again, yeah, just don't do that. But I appreciate you, man. Appreciate the apology. Again, you're more than welcome to chat down below for sure. Touchdown turkeys. Yep, there it is. What was the spread? Yeah, it was 3. So Bucs would need the Falcons to lose. Yes. So again, this would make it a 2-point game, which would mean a field goal would win it for the Panthers if they were to get another chance here. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. It is right down the middle. It is good. 16-14. Panthers again making it very interesting with just 2:27 left to go. Turkey negotiated a new contract. No, he has agreed to do the weekend. So he'll be here for the weekend, but after this it might be over. Acrobatic catch. Onside kick. I don't think they go onside. There's no way. You got to kick it deep. You have 3 timeouts. Walk out. No, again, he'll be back. He'll be back, or he'll be doing his hold. I guess we can negotiate something else. We'll see. Kick away. Sir Purr has a life for 2 left. Yep, Sir Purr. But, yeah, and appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. If everyone were to subscribe right now, we would hit 5,500 subscribers. Again, I know that's a huge ask. But, again, thank you again for letting me call the game, and hopefully you did enjoy it. And, again, I'll be calling another game right after this as, yeah, again, I'll be calling that one Seattle and San Francisco. I think the kickoff... What is that actually? Okay, so it's at 7 o'clock Eastern. It's at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. So there you go. So that one's happening in about 50 minutes or so. So we'll definitely have plenty of time. So there is the kickoff. That is fielded at the 8. He's at the 10, the 15, 20, 25, and Tucker is tackled at the 29-yard line for a return of 22 yards, 2:23 left to go. Again, 3 timeouts still for each team. It's all part of the script. Yep. Could be a fumble easily. Could be a touchdown. KC, a touchdown pass to Coker. You definitely got to kick away. Touchdown turkey t-shirt in the future for sure. In your opinion, do you think Bryce Young has improved? Definitely since... Year 1. Year 2, he improved at the end of the year. I think year 3, we're just kind of seeing more year 2 at the end of year 2, so I don't know. That's a tough situation. I think if you win the division, it secures more of a security for him as he hands it off up the middle, crossing the 30, and that is pretty much it, getting to the 31 for a gain of 2. And Carolina will take their first timeout with 2:17 remaining. Think about the 60s, 70s. You get hurt, your family starves. Today with the minimum $600K for 1 year. Players play for the love, not the, yeah, for sure. Not the girls or the fame. Yeah, I know. It didn't kick it in the end zone, which would have made no sense. But they do it all the time. Can't outside it until after the 2-minute warning. Well, actually, I think you're right. Yeah, again, it's just, yeah, it's dumb, all the dumb stuff. 2 first downs, and it's done. Essentially, again, not if you get them immediately, but yeah. 2nd and 7 for Mayfield as he's under center, receiver to left, tight ends in tight as he hands it off up the middle, and Bucky's going to be tripped up at the 35-yard line for a gain of 3, and that'll be 3rd and 4 coming up. Again, Panthers taking their second timeout with 2:12 remaining. Watching football today is literally watching someone play Madden. Yep, been pretty crazy. I mean, I get, so John, yeah, I kind of agree and disagree. Yeah, they've had the defense, and I know that's, again, they have had the players, And the rankings may indicate that they were a top defense these past 4 or 5 years. Obviously not this year. But I would just point to the playoff performances. Again, like getting blown out. Again, last year we got gashed. We only allowed 28 to the Ravens, but I mean, Henry had over 200 yards the years prior. More than that in the sec. 3rd and 4. As Mayfield rolling to his right. Play action. Dumps it off. It's caught at the 40, 45. Otten at the 50. And tackled at the 45-yard line. That's a huge play there. Carolina going to let this go to the 2-minute warning. As Tampa Bay with a first down. It's not a clincher, but that is a huge blow to Carolina. So 2-minute warning, Tampa Bay leading 16-14. But yeah, it just felt like, again, in the big games, despite having that great defense, I mean, again, they allowed 31 to the Bills. They allowed the year prior 42 to Kansas City. 2020, they had 48, which I know Ben had 4 picks, but that doesn't mean the defense is not allowed to make a stop after that pick. Jaguars, 45 points. The Patriots, 36. So, no, I would push back and say that those defenses were vastly overrated. They were pretty bad, actually. But, yeah, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let's see what happened here. Okay. Barring a miracle. But yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. I'm going to try to catch up with the chat here. Top defense. No, they're not a top defense. Yeah. Sorry, Ben. I guess you're pulling for Carolina. Barring a miracle. Yep. You hear the morbidly obese woman singing. Yep. She's not singing yet, but she is warming up the vocal cords. That's what my whenever I was covering the high school football games, my color guy would say. Yeah, he would say, yeah, the fat lady's not singing yet, but she is definitely warming up the vocal cords. Yep, for sure. But I would push back with that defense for sure. It's not over yet. Yep, it's not over yet. Like today, I always root for Baker. Okay, well, Baker possibly winning. Again, he's had an up and down day, statistically looking fine. But had a few throws where it's like, But yeah, I guess I would say it's good overall. But we'll see. It's only good, though, if he wins. What games you cover tomorrow? Again, it kind of depends. If the Buccaneers win, then I'm for sure covering Atlanta, New Orleans. I don't really know about 425 right now. I have Miami and New England penciled in. I really want to do Detroit and Chicago. I don't know yet. And, of course, I'm doing the night game for sure. Niners and Seahawks should be a good one. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Rigged. Yeah, possibly. I mean, that's just how it goes. We don't say rigged, by the way, Michael. We say scripted. Not one to actually you can't say that, but, we say scripted on this channel. It's scripted. It's all part of the script. 1st and 10 at the 45. As Baker is going to be under center, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. As Baker hands it off up the gut, this is Bucky. And Bucky is gobbled up at the 43-yard line for a gain of 2, and that was their last timeout. So, again, a first down for Tampa Bay ends the game. But if Carolina were to get the ball back, all they would need is a field goal, and the win would be with them. This isn't rigged. Yeah, I don't know. It's been interesting. You want to cover Detroit, Chicago. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's originally when I looked at the schedule, that was probably the only game at 4:25 Eastern that I was like, okay, that's pretty good. Everything else is because again, like the Chargers are not starting Herbert tomorrow, so that kind of took me away from Chargers Broncos. As it's 2nd and 8 at the 43, as Mayfield hands it off up the gut. This is Bucky, and Bucky is going to be brought down at the 41 for a gain of 2, and the clock will continue to run. 1:47 and counting. The play clock, by the way, is, I don't know know how to explain it. It would be 1:10 before the clock hits 0. There we go. Okay, scripted, yeah. No, you're good, man. Just saw the 49ers uniforms. I don't know. I prefer the ones that they just normally wear. Not bad for playing a downpour. Yeah, no, not a bad game. What kind of Pop-Tarts are you going to eat during the Steelers? I haven't eaten a Pop-Tart since last year. So, yeah, I don't eat them all the time. You mean the Indiana Bears? Yeah. So, timeout, Tampa Bay, 1:11 left to go as they talk it over. What they need to do here. Again, you run it up the middle. I mean, the play itself would be about 4 or 5 seconds. That would take it to 1:06. Play clock takes about a few seconds to reset. Would be about 1:03. You punt the ball with 23 seconds left. Carolina would have the ball with just over 15 seconds, no timeouts. I don't know. Pats will blow out Miami. Well, I get that part, but yeah, I don't know. Chicago, Detroit's probably what I need to cover. I'll probably make the thumbnail right after the game tonight. 3rd and 6. They need to get to the 35 for a brand new set of downs. Mayfield hands it off. This is Bucky. Bucky at the 40 and brought down at the 39-yard line. The clock now 1:05 and counting. It's running. So Tampa Bay will most likely take a timeout or trying to get him to jump, which would be pretty crazy if Carolina were to actually jump there. Would be pretty insane, to be honest with you. Gotta be salty Pop-Tarts. Salt. Oh, you're good, man. No, I don't know. I haven't had Pop-Tarts in forever. Mayfield rushing to the line for what it's worth. Again, there's no one that would actually jump. And, yeah, okay, so delay a game on Tampa Bay. That'll back them up 5. Again, 26 seconds is going to be on the clock. You run it and then punt, yeah, for sure. Pass? Yeah, no, you don't do that. They're 12th in rushing, 28th in passing over 32 teams. That's not being top sacks. The defense isn't that bad. I mean, they've looked better recently, but I guess my argument is, are you going to be really surprised if Derrick Henry rushes 200 yards against us tomorrow? I wouldn't. Again, we saw this Steelers defense look absolutely atrocious to the Jets. And the Jets, by the way, were actually pretty terrible this year. We made the Jets look really good. We got manhandled by the Bills. Any legit team, essentially, we played. We got bullied. And that's where I would push back. 4th and 9, there is the snap. And Tampa Bay going to call a timeout just to delay this, I guess. I'm not too sure. Who's going to win tomorrow night, man? I'm hoping the Steelers do, but we'll see. Lions injury report. We are sitting a lot of our O-line, which is already using second and third stringers. Yeah, that is kind of odd, yeah. The winner of the NFC South will have a losing record. AFC North is officially not the worst division. Let's go. Let's go. Barring, well, yeah, no, again, Carolina, yeah, they can still make it in with the loss today. So you are correct. Jack's playing. You a Steeler fan? Because I'm a diehard. Yes, I would say I'm a Steeler fan. I guess that doesn't mean I'm a Steeler fan, but yes, I am a huge Steeler fan. Will forever be, but that doesn't mean, again, they're above criticism. In fact, that means I get to critique them a lot. There is the snap, and there is the punt. And that is going to bounce at the 10, rolling at the 5. And he's going to field it, and then he's tackled immediately. So that's a great punt. You can't ask for a better punt than that. Riley Dixon probably putting the dagger in this one and keeping the Buccaneers' hopes alive. Of course, again, we'll probably find out tomorrow. Again, with the Buccaneers appearing to win, that will mean I will cover, again, New Orleans, Atlanta tomorrow. Hopefully I see you guys there tomorrow. Of course, again, I'm covering another game tonight. But if you are wondering how to go tomorrow, you don't have that game on in your neck of the woods, I will have you covered, as I'll be calling New Orleans and Atlanta, with that game, of course, impacting each of these teams' fates. Barring Bryce Young goes Aaron Rodgers or something like that. 1st and 10 at their own 3:18 seconds left. Young in the gun, lifting the leg, taking the snap, drops back, looking to his right. Young Steps up, throws. It is caught at the 21, but then he's tackled at the 23. They got to rush. 8 seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And that is going to stop the clock there. The spike. So 3 seconds left. And you know Tampa Bay is going to take a timeout because you just got to talk it over real quick. You just got to talk it over. You just know that's going to happen. I'm just going to throw it low. Has there been Hail Marys this season? I don't know. I don't think so. Rodgers going out a loser. No, sir. Hopefully not. Don't matter. Atlanta wins tomorrow. We'll see. That's why we play the games. 2nd and 10 for Carolina. Are we not going to see a timeout Tampa Bay? That would be pretty impressive. So I don't know what's going on here. They're just delaying the end of this game for no reason. I don't know. All right, 3 seconds left. Young is going to be in the gun. Trips left, 2 receivers to the right. They're at their own 21. Young drops back, looking. He steps up, throws over the middle. It is caught at the 35. Shovels it back at the 35. It's at the 40. This is McMillan. He tosses it back to a lineman who fumbles the ball, and it's recovered. It doesn't matter who. That is your ball game. Tampa Bay wins 16-14, keeping their NFC South hopes alive. As again, if Atlanta wins tomorrow, Carolina will be the one advancing. If the Saints win tomorrow, it will be Tampa Bay. So again, that'll be a pretty interesting. Again, I'll be calling that one because that's the only one really at the early window that means anything. Essentially, there are some AFC South games happening, but they've already clinched and all that. So yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. You can thank the NFL for a late tomorrow. Yeah, I know. Steelers matchup. Yeah. I'm glad because if the Steelers had lost right here, I'd be like devastated. I'd be so done. I probably wouldn't want to call the next game. I'd be depressed. So I get to be depressed at the end of the day tomorrow, not the beginning of the day. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. I will, of course, again, see you guys in about 30 minutes or so. I'll be calling Seattle and San Francisco. Again, if you did enjoy this broadcast, make sure, again, to like and subscribe as, definitely helps out the channel. If everyone were to subscribe right now, we would hit 5,500 subs. Just saying, it would be pretty cool. I know that's a lot to ask for. Don't think it's actually going to happen, but it would be pretty cool. So, again, if you did like it, like and subscribe. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you hopefully in again about 30 minutes or so with Seattle and San Francisco. And then, of course, again, tomorrow we got 3 games for you. This should take you to the next stream. If it doesn't, well, again, that's why you should like and subscribe. Catch you later. See ya soon.